Again, girls are gonna think I'm bashing them this episode, but I was like, girls are so sensible until they get to that point where they read that nonsense boy that turns them into a nonsense. And the girls are like, no, it's not the truth. And I'm like, all of you. I was praying that every single one. I've met a boy that you were sensible to until you met that boy.
So what you're saying that most women make bad decisions?
No.
Bad choices when it comes to men.
I said at one point they were all sensible, and then there's one idiot boy that I don't know why
they'll twist up their head.
They'll turn idiot for that one boy, and then suddenly they idiot. Not all the time, but that one particular thing. And I'm like, that's what you have to, as a father, have to avoid letting your daughter meet the one that turns them idiot.
Yeah, but you can't avoid it.
I know. But I say, and this is just so you for equal opportunities. I'm saying that boys are always idiots. We don't turn.
Can't you avoid
idiots?
They say you can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever.
I'm more forever.
Really?
Shout out Jay-Z.
Shout out.
Damn.
No, I think there are many reformed women out there.
Shout out Charmaine. What's her name? Charmaine Sinclair.
Some of
No.
some of the best wives out there.
Jasmine Sinclair. Pastor Jasmine Sinclair.
Cashmere.
Cashmere.
Thank you. Simple Simon.
All the stripper whole names. Some of the best wives out there in their 40s and 50s were reformed women. So I think you can turn. I'm putting bad in comments. A bad girl good, or a bad girl can turn good once she's lived out her bad ways.
Wasn't she always good?
I don't know.
I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are.
Let's talk about London weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the ESN podcast.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. We are at the time is 2013. The date is the 10th of the 7th, 2026. We are in One Stop Dreadlock Studios in North London. And this is episode number
572.
In your blood. Glad.
Do you shop at Shein?
No.
Okay.
Why? Does this look like a Shein?
Yeah, it looks like a Shein thing. I don't even know if Shein does men's stuff.
This was Primark.
Okay, Primark, alright.
But I got...
You got loads of them, yeah?
No, I got... No, I don't. No. It looks dirty, actually.
It looks an off colour.
This is not been washed. Or when it was washed, it was... Anyways, I just noticed it now. You made me look at it. But I got compliments as soon as I walked into the school.
Oh, the school, you know.
Walked out the car, and my son did his
Sports day
So
today.
you showed the parents?
No, there was no. What do you mean?
He's complimenting you.
Oh yeah, parents.
Because you're showing leg.
Four. Show a bit of leg. Yeah, I'm not often a shorts person actually. I know people that only wear shorts, like 24/7.
Yeah, I know. And most of them is Oibo. Shorts and flip flops as well.
And then you ask him, why is he? And the twice I've heard it started off like with like a dare or with like there was a reason they did it, and then they just got to have it, and then that's now they just do it. Like they don't have to do it for that reason anymore, but now they just do it.
What, wear shorts?
Yeah, 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah, it's like once I guess
365.
24/7, 365. I guess once they get over, you realize. Because they say it's the top half of your body you need to keep warming it.
Yeah.
Your bottom half looks after itself if you take care of your top half in terms of cold.
Really?
I don't know about the other way around, but yeah, when it's cold, that's why you can wear shorts or just pant, do a fella style.
Oh,
and as long as you're wrapped up on the top. My son was walked around in his pant the other day, and he just boy just looked like a fella.
Would you walk outside your house with your pants?
In his wife front? No, why?
No?
For what reason?
You wouldn't walk outside your house like just to throw away the bin or something like that in your pants?
No, I have some decorum.
That's
Okay.
bad.
I have
Would
some
you?
decorum.
No, man.
You would have did it
Just in my pant.
like your boxers, yeah.
Maybe the boxers.
I'm not talking about actual pants. You actually wear pants.
I don't wear pants.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like in your boxes, you just go out. That's the dash out. That's the dash out the middle or something.
Unlikely.
You
I
want to do
don't
it?
even walk around my house in pants, let alone outside my house.
Oh, you got kids, so that might be the reason why you don't do it.
Yeah, but for you, that's a thing. For a lot of households, walking around naked is nothing.
Yeah, that is not me.
Would you walk outside with your pants?
Could happen.
Yeah, but I think I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah, it's unlikely, but
I did it yesterday in my singlet and pant. I defended it. But it looks like I suppose it looks like a combination. When you have like a singlet and pant.
Or like a swimming costume almost.
I don't know. Yeah, I suppose you would have quit like that.
Them
way.
old school
Onslow
ones.
style.
You know those ones the by the beach, the ones that hold that have the lift weight lift
Yeah,
weight,
yeah.
with the 20
Leotard.
mustache. Yeah, that's there is a term.
Leotard.
Yes, that is it.
leotard, you know.
All right.
But I only wear shorts when it's supremely hot. You know what I mean?
Is there a reason for that? Because you seem to have the facial expression suggests that there's some kind of
because
friction.
now it's supremely hot for me.
Okay.
Not uncomfortable, but it's supremely hot. But I can't wear shorts today because whatever the reason. But I don't know. Is there a reason? No, not really. I just don't. 20 degrees is not hot for me.
Yeah, it's not for me.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
25 degrees is.
No, 25 degrees in England is hot.
So what
for me, it's not.
What I'm finding,
it's not.
What I'm finding interesting is that you're making a direct correlation between the necessity of shorts and heat.
Yeah, that is what it is.
I'm
for
like
me,
that as well.
because hearing what Stav said, I'm like, okay, I hear that.
But you
Trust-
wear shorts in the gym though?
not all the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? I said that is okay. About other people, about myself.
No, about if you keep your top half warm, then
yeah.
it doesn't matter what you.
Your legs, what's it?
Really?
What's the term?
So is that why women, when they're out in the winter, they can just
Wear anything?
Because I'm thinking you must be cold,
Yeah,
mate.
but when you see them when they're cold, what are they doing?
Wrapping up their top.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You never see them like worrying about their legs.
I was just talking to Simple Simon. I was
Top
abusing
business
women
women.
before I started.
You were abusing women.
Yes.
You're right.
I just don't feel like I just don't think many women know how to dress. I just don't think it's like the more and more I drive in the summer.
Why? Because
I
they're
think-
dressing less.
I think no. When I see them, I think now. I was just saying to Simple Simon because it's summer season and you see girls in sundresses. It's very simple, so they tend to dress better because it's just a simple dress. Yeah?
Oh, but when it's winter,
But even then, in the summer, when somebody then steps away from the common summer dress or like a maxi or a summer dress, yeah, and you start seeing them wearing these short and top whatever, I'm just like, you just look like you're. You look almost like a homeless. Like, I just don't think so. A lot of women
They look like a what?
like a homeless.
Homeless.
but
Yes.
that's a look now, though, isn't it?
I don't like
No,
that.
the homeless look is a look.
Like
but
the belly tops and shorts they look like the shorts look like they're gonna rip any 5 minutes because they look so the quality of the short. You look so rubbish.
Wow. How long are these shorts?
I've never.
They're not really long. I don't know, down to the knee or whatever.
Nah, I've seen. Wow, you've seen shorts down to the knee. I've seen some wild shit over the last couple of days. Have you seen these shorts where the pockets are longer than?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
As a
seeing.
Jamaican, you should know this.
I've been seeing that a lot, and I'm just like,
You guys sound like old men for real. Man.
No, I'm not saying that.
Don't include me in the equation.
I'm not disputing. Like, if you're wearing the thing and it looks nice, I don't have a problem with it. It's just that I'm saying that I don't think a lot of women. Okay, this is how I described it to Simple earlier before we started. Yeah,
The views of Wahala are only of Wahala, and are not represented.
and maybe I'm talking about UK. I don't know about overseas. Yeah, because when I go overseas, I see them all the time. All the time. But if you as a woman dress well, I notice it.
So
I
what?
get
So,
that.
But I had to get into the definition of what he meant by dress well. Yeah.
No, I get
And then
the words out of my
when
mouth.
he explained it, I was like, okay, I get what you're saying.
I get what he means.
Go on.
yeah, but okay.
I can't remember what I said now.
You said that the clothing fits.
Yeah, everything fits well.
I get what you mean.
fits well with whom?
The person that's wearing it.
Yeah. So like,
Does it depend on their
No.
size or anything?
No, I understood
Just whatever you're wearing, it fits you properly. Like everything fits well.
but not everybody wants to wear fitted clothes.
no, you don't understand.
not fitted clothes.
Not fitted. It's like
It suits you.
no, not even suited. Like somebody's got a garment on, and you can see.
I like it suits you. I think it works.
Well, okay, all right.
But finish what you're saying.
But you can
I
see
think
that garment. It's not the garment that's the problem. It's maybe they got the size smaller when they
But-
should have got
but-
the size bigger.
But sometimes part of the fashion or what they're trying to show is that yes, it is oversized or is undersized.
I don't. Well, it don't suit you, and you don't fit you.
To them,
and it don't.
it does,
and it don't. And you don't look
and
well.
maybe to you it doesn't.
I just don't. I just think that a lot of like I've noticed. You know, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not even. I know full well that I like a conservative type woman. Yeah. When I say conservative, I mean
Muslim.
No, not in that capacity. Shout out my ladies in the hijab.
Yeah, so tough.
But I'm talking like they might wear a
Kemi Badenoch dress.
waisted. No, a long.
Talking of female leaders, what's her name?
And Whittaker.
No, the previous the two female leaders ago for the Conservative Party.
Liz Truss.
No, she was the last one.
The Kitten Hill one.
Theresa May.
Theresa May. Apart from her Kitten Hills, which I hate Kitten Hills. She dressed well, and
She did dress well.
no, she dressed well.
She did. And I'm talking about like somebody that might wear a high-waisted trouser, long with the flares, with a nice heel, yeah, and the top that suits. You know what I mean? So even if you want to wear a top that goes round, not even like that's not be a blouse. It could be a top that's like a one that you put around your neck, a holster top. But
So then you're talking about more formal.
I'm talking about you just
And
know
then-
how to
and
like
then-
when you
so
come
whether
up,
it's
you
formal
thought
or casual.
You thought about what I'm wearing before I came out of the house.
Every woman does that.
Well, if that's how you're thinking before you wear, then some of you should think again because you don't look good.
Yeah, but to you,
Yeah, okay, to me. But I'm just saying, I feel like, as I've said this before in the podcast, I do feel like men make more effort to dress than women do. I feel like that. On a day-to-day basis, apart from when they're going raving. And even then, when they go raving, they just wear something skimpy most times still.
I don't know if men make more effort or whether or not it's easier.
Could be, because even a man will just wear a tracksuit. But I know girls that wear tracksuits and they wear the tracksuit well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think the actual clothes themselves also play a part, because I feel like the clothes that are made for men and also men's sizes, we kind of have a more uniformity around our sizes and our distribution. And I think women have got a greater variation and variability in their distribution.
Maybe, but I also think it's too much fast fashion.
Like if a man is going to wear, what waist size are you?
Man don't want to expose my face on the thing, you know.
All right, so then
I wear 38.
32, bro.
So 32, yeah. So I think we have the confidence as far as like men's wear is concerned that if you're 32 on a pants, you're gonna buy a 32 and it's gonna fit, unless there might be one or two brands that are slightly different with regards to that. But generally speaking, you go 32 waist and the right leg length or whatever your leg length is, and it's gonna fit.
yeah, done.
Whereas with a woman, I don't know if that's exactly the same. Like
A woman should be able to see her size. Me, when I buy
no,
clothes
but
for
I'm
women,
saying,
I
I'm
always get the
saying,
right
a
size.
woman might say, okay, I'm going to get a size 16, but then the size 16 can vary so much.
You know what? I might
Sim
give
needs to
them,
be on this podcast, innit?
I might need to give them a
Mansplaining.
what's it called, a
101.
a bly, because it might, because I think in the past women was dressing well, I reckon.
Yeah.
But I think that's because they actually had to go to the shop to get the dresses.
Online.
I think online
messed it.
shopping has messed it up because they're buying stuff, as you say, they're buying it fast fashion. So they're buying it from Fashion Nova, they're buying it from Shein, they're buying it from this part, this, and you're right. I know my wife always told me, this size in this place, and the next thing she'll get the same size in another place, and it's completely different.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, how many? You start buying 2 or 3 of the same thing, or you buy one and then you just like, you know, it's slightly off, but I'm just gonna wear it because I've got it now.
Yeah.
Or do I need to send it back? Or like you can see the bags now that she needs to send back because probably the stuff was off, or it's not the right fit, or this, that, and that.
I think it's a collection of all the above.
Okay.
Because I agree with Simple Simon. I think it's easier for men just to tracksuit, boom.
Yeah.
Forget even the size. Just a tracksuit, a trackie, cool.
Even a shirt and shirt
t-shirt
and
and jeans, cool. A shirt, and it's kind of like it's not too much variation. Which is why I say when you say male dress well, I think the big thing is that you will notice a man that dresses slightly different, kind of thing. So those kind of ones is like so like a G. I make reference to G because he might wear something slightly different than just normal. And then it's like, so it's not even necessarily that's the best thing in the world. It's just like you stand out because everybody else is just wearing whatever, you're wearing this. Now to your point about size, in terms of online, yes, I agree. It's 16 in one size, 14 in another place, blah, blah, blah. You have to do that. And something on top, which again adds to the internet business part of it, is that I think generally, again, for men, because we buy a shirt or we buy jeans or we buy a short or we buy whatever, what you see on the image is gonna mirror what it's just a stripy shirt.
Yeah.
It's just a jean or whatever it is. When these women are buying intricate things, and then it comes and you see the picture of this is what it looks like, and then when in person it's like it don't look anything like the image. Or you saying what they didn't buy for their size?
No, I'm saying that there's times when I've bought stuff from these same rubbish like Boohoo and whatever, and I've looked on the website, and then it comes and it looks completely different from the thing I bought on the website. But, okay. So it happens to men too.
I don't buy stuff, but from those fast fashion things. But for me, I'm thinking
you just bought something from Primark.
Yeah, that's not. I mean online, as in I've walked into the shop and bought it. But even then, and if I bought this online, because obviously you can buy a Primark online, it's going to look the same as when you buy it. So
I think so.
Yeah. So but you're not.
Man's putting his wife beater for real, but
I don't think you can. I don't think Primark's got anything online.
Tell me before you take off your headphones, please. I don't know why you'd put it on top of them.
You say Primark hasn't got anything online?
I don't think so.
What do you mean?
Everyone's got everything online.
To buy, you mean? Don't let me go on.
Don't ask the bad questions.
Of course, you can buy stuff online on Primark. Don't like. Wait, you're saying you can't buy clothes from Primark?
I didn't say that.
No, is that what you're saying?
That's what they're saying.
I don't even know why you're even catering to that. My point is, generally, I think men are gonna buy more plain things, even if it's like
one of them you can't.
A patterned shirt for a holiday kind of thing, but the pattern might be slightly different, but it's a patterned shirt. I'm talking about the dresses where there's a bow in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that.
When it comes, it's like the bow is in the back and it's not in the middle anymore. It's like completely different.
But I'm not even mentioning that. I remember I said dresses, they're kind of all right. I suppose summer dresses because it's very simple. It's when they. Have you not? Am I the only one that actually had noticed it though?
If you mention it, then I'll be like,
I think it's more the younger girls than the oldest. But go on.
If you mention it, because like I think we dress well, I think my sisters dress well, I dress well. But yeah, when you look down on everybody all the time, then it just becomes like
wow. Well, I don't look down on people often.
For clothing, I do. It's like,
I don't look down for people for clothing.
What's all this explanation about women can't dress?
What do you mean?
You said that you don't look down on them.
He just said if you look down on people all the time.
No, he's saying that you are kind of looking down on them, isn't it?
No, I'm talking about people. He's talking about in general. I don't look down on people in general.
I was talking about clothing. We're talking about clothing. That's what I'm talking about.
I still don't feel like I'm looking down on people in general with clothing. But I don't necessarily. I just said I see a lot of girls at the moment, and then I'm seeing them dress. Like,
do you dress well?
I think I dress all right. I don't think I dress that well.
But you dress better than these ragamuffins on.
I feel like I've made enough time to yes, I take more time.
So then you're looking down on them by definition.
Okay, if you want to say it that way.
I've taken the time to put on something that matches and fits me, and these women are not.
Some of them, yes.
Let's look at that.
But people. I just noticing it. I was thinking, but I'm only noticing it because I notice when the actual girl can dress.
Yeah, well, all right, yeah, I see your point. And
I'm not talking about there's. I'm not saying the majority.
Okay, you're drawing back now.
No, because I see, because I'm in my office now, and I think I see girls dressed all the time, and I don't see them dressed in. But I think it's more when I'm outside.
Stand 10 toes down.
It's more when I'm outside. I just like you people don't know what you're dressing. You're just. Yeah.
I think maybe fashion's just changed for you.
Maybe.
Old man.
Because
so you think women dress well? In majority. In fact, I think you backed me the last time I said this conversation. The last time when I said that men dress better than women.
That may be it doesn't mean that they don't dress well.
So do you think women dress well? The majority of women dress well?
Yeah.
The majority?
Yeah. Like, I've never looked at them and think, oh, she ain't dressing well. That one's not dressing well. That one's not. I see a lot of people as well.
You're probably looking for yash. That's why you've got past the dress.
I see a lot of people generally, and I've never looked at. There are some, for me, it's, I don't know, maybe 1 out of 20 that I look at and you're thinking, wow, like, what are you doing? Because they're just like, their intention is to shock. So they're dressing in a certain way with intent to make a statement. And most of the time when they're making that kind of crazy statement, I don't like it. But in the main, it's all right, man.
If this is your first time tuning into the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast, thank you. If you're a woman,
we love you.
Yeah. Don't mind 4 black men are tearing down you women.
Not me, bruv.
We all are, bro.
And this is an all lives matter thing.
This one
Before
this
they
one-
start talking about black women, it's not black women I'm talking about.
This one dragged us all into the equation.
I'm talking about in general. In general, you know.
In general.
General.
Leave it. All right. So Wahala believes that women these days need to step up their clothing game.
Let's take a little bit. Maybe, as I said, maybe the fast fashion. I actually now think it's the fast fashion. I think that they're ordering a lot of stuff in and they're not really getting a chance to try them on and all that type of stuff before they're just getting it.
And they're doing that because of cost. So you're saying that these people are just broke. Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't say that at all.
Do the rich people do the fast fashion?
Of course they do.
They're not. Go to Reese.
What's Reese?
It's a shop.
Oh,
They sell nice clothes.
But it's not cheap.
Yeah, expensive.
Like what you're getting, it's nice. Reese is one of those places, and what's the? There's another one. It's Karen Millen. These kind of so I'm talking about women, by the way.
I knew about Karen Millen.
You go in there,
but Karen
and it's
Millen-
like regardless.
People think Karen Millen is like older woman's thing.
It's a nice.
But
it's nice.
this because again you like the more of like the formal type dressing where it's dressed to impress type.
young girls are not bad.
Oh, to be fair, no, he's got a point. It's not necessarily formal, but it's not but not informal.
I prefer a pencil skirt to batty riders.
To that end, I guess the kind of shops I'm mentioning fall into that kind of category.
All right, I'll get that. Same.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on where you're at and what type of event you're at. You know,
I think that's it's just because I have no issue with a woman in short denim shorts. And
pom pom shots.
And,
how about pom pom shots?
And I'm just sticking with short denim shorts and a white tank top.
Yeah, I have no problem with that at all because it fits and it fits well.
But
how about your wife?
I have no problem with that. Even today, we went out when we went out earlier for the sports day. She was wearing a flowery, like a lime green. And my wife's dark skin. These bright colors, they always make her pop. So she got a couple of compliments too. And then she changed into her shorts, her denim shorts, before we went out again later on. So and they were short, and it made me give her.
Let me smack you.
She couldn't walk past me without the. So to that end, that's what she was wearing today. But I could see it, but I'm not like, wow, you're dressed nice if you wear that.
I think it depends on how you dress it, how you wear it.
You would have to do, like Beyonce in what's that video?
Crazy in Love.
Crazy in Love. So imagine that kind of look. But if you look nice, you as the woman. That I'm noticing that more than what you're wearing. What you're wearing is not anything.
See now, listen,
You get what I'm saying?
you could wear a denim short,
Whereas there's
with a white tank top.
Okay, and I finish.
Sorry, go.
Whereas there are women that. So if you think of Crazy in Love, Beyonce, and she's walking and she's got the heel and the whatever. I'm assuming the heel is red. I'm assuming the stylist would have done a white top, denim jeans,
I was just about to say.
white, blue, and red. That's what.
Or
they
you
like
could wear the
doing.
white shoe.
Or I'm just gonna assume it's red because that's what I would have done as a stylist.
And you put red lipstick on.
So, but I wouldn't notice you unless I think you look good or your body is good.
With a nice red
Whereas
bag.
if you wore a Karen Millen something or another, I think I'll notice the clothes and then I'll notice you. Shout out Charmania. She's somebody I think she dresses nice.
Yeah, just Charmaine dresses.
Yeah, so you could see that she makes a lot of her own clothes.
Yeah,
as well.
she's a tailor, isn't it?
So maybe that's part of it. So to your end, she's thinking, what is this going to look like? What is it going to look like on me? And how can
She
I
also
style it?
probably could say that she's got a body shape that will be easy to dress.
Yeah. As a stick woman, she
Wow.
Yeah, because big fashion is made for slimmer women, and she's slim and she's not tall.
You guys,
You said
They like
Primark don't do clothes and you can't get them online.
yeah, I kind of drew back on that when he made the point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, are you guys happy with your women wearing them pom pom shorts out in public?
Well, you really went back there, innit?
Yeah, I want to know.
Pom pom shorts where you can see your butt cheek.
No. Let's go with the Beyonce Crazy in Love.
Yeah. I just told you my wife was wearing that today.
I thought you meant in the house.
We went out later before I came here.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have.
Big Wala.
Did you read this thing?
Read what thing?
I don't even know if I should put it on the airways. I'm proud of my niece, bruv.
Okay.
I think one of my nieces kind of has got the grades enough to go to Oxford and Cambridge, and they've sent her something to tell her that you have the grades to go to Oxford and Cambridge.
Celebration.
Yes.
Oi.
We will have Chinese tonight.
That is how we celebrate when someone does something.
Is it?
That's how we say. Oh, when somebody puts in the WhatsApp group, something big and so tonight we right with SC.
Chinese.
We're having Chinese tonight. Well, legends, man, legends.
Shout out to you, Nisi. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
So she don't even know what grade she's got. They already sent her the things before the grades to say, you got that.
Because the grades come out what? August 30th or something.
You know what? I was saying this the other day, and my wife had a little party thing in this place, and we were talking to one of the I don't even know what to call them, the dads, the husbands, the whatever. Anyway, we was talking, having a discussion, and I was talking about daughters.
Yeah.
And just girls in general. Again, girls are gonna think I'm bashing them this episode, but I was like, girls are so sensible until they get to that point where they read that nonsense boy that turns them into a nonsense. Mm-hmm. And the girls are like, no, it's not the truth. And I'm like, all of you. I was playing that every single way. I've met a boy that you were sensible to until you met that boy.
So what you're saying that most women make bad decisions?
No.
Bad choices when it comes to men.
I said at one point they were all sensible, and then there's one idiot boy that I don't know why
they'll twist up their head.
They'll turn idiot for that one boy, and then suddenly they idiot. Not all the time, but that one particular thing. And I'm like, that's what you have to, as a father, have to avoid, letting your daughter meet the one that turns them idiot.
Yeah, but you can't avoid it.
I know. But I say, and this is just so you for equal opportunities. I'm saying that boys are always idiots. We don't turn.
Can't you avoid
idiots?
They say you can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever.
I'm more forever.
Really?
Shout out Jay-Z.
Shout out.
Damn.
No, I think there are many reformed women out there. I think
Shout out Charmaine. What's her name? Charmaine Sinclair.
some of
No.
some of the best wives out there.
Jasmine Sinclair.
Jasmine Sinclair.
Pastor Jasmine Sinclair.
Cashmere.
Cashmere.
Jasmine. Thank you. Simple Simon.
All the stripper whole names. All some of the best wives out there in their 40s and 50s were reformed women. So I think you can turn. I'm putting bad in comments. A bad girl good, or a bad girl can turn good once she's lived out her bad ways.
Wasn't she always good?
I don't know. I don't know if you're good and turn bad, or if you're bad and turn good.
I don't know why. I won't say bad. I'll just say nonsense. Like they just start doing rubbish. I wouldn't call them a bad person.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's misarranged priorities.
Go on.
That's what I would say. It's misarranged priorities.
And it's usually an idiot boy that makes them.
What does that mean?
It means that the things that are important, you kind of sideline, and then you make
Focus
a focus on
this
something
idiot boy.
Yeah, but that's what you're meant to do when you're young. You don't want to. I say this now. You better make those mistakes when you're younger. Don't do it later on in life, because because it's very few people that are not going to make nonsense mistakes.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make a nonsense mistake,
do it while you're young.
it in your late teens, your early 20s. I don't want you to see you doing it when you're 40s and your 50s. What's going on, bruv?
I agree.
Or sis, come on now.
Don't cry. Don't beg.
You should have made these mistakes before and learned from them.
I hear you.
So no, I kind of disagree.
But and the way they goes like, nah, and I was just looking at them like, I know all of you have done nonsense. I know.
Yeah, but did they agree with you?
No, they were trying to say no.
So then,
because they don't want to admit.
No, very often, once you, especially when you have a bunch of them, and you point out all of them, and you talk about, don't look at me. Look in your own life, and then eventually, one by one, they'll be like,
well, they didn't want to.
Because they'll say
they didn't want to say it to me, but I know.
Like when I tell Ghanaian women and I start cussing Ghanaian men, and they defend in it. Usually they defend straight away, and then I say, okay, do you go out with Ghanaian men?
Yeah, they stopped usually. You know what?
We
can stop bashing the Ghanaian.
And they'll be like, no,
why start with the South Africans?
You know, because Ghanaians haven't done anything.
They've done nothing to us. These lot are dashing us out of their country.
I'm even taking their women.
Yeah.
Shout out wife. Yeah, so you know, yeah, but I don't know too many South African men. I know they're drunkards.
Wow.
And wife beaters.
Wow.
Shout out Mr. Wolf. Because he's wearing a wife beater. Not because he is one.
Yeah, that was close. That was too close. That was too close.
You know what? If you came in there with a Stella, brother, I would be looking at you. You even got the arm for it as well.
All right.
For a good slap.
But this is my vest, man.
You're calling that vest now.
Newly married. You know what I mean?
All right.
Liverpool losing the season. You know, that's what they're saying, it that when the football season starts or any football tournament starts, that's when the most domestic abuse happens in the house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
In this country, things have been good because England are progressing.
I saw one man knock out his woman the other day in one football thing, but that was abroad though. But they were English.
By accident.
No, he did it on purpose.
Why?
I don't know. There was literally. I think it was in Turkey. There was in like a watch party for maybe the England game. He was drunk, and then he just you know this man beats his wife regularly because he just came because the children were trying to stop him. He pushed the children to the floor. Then he just started beating up the wife, and then eventually the men that was in there just ended up beating him up.
Good.
Or you do see, but you see them taking him away, and then they gave him some licks.
Well, there's a reform, a reform member who put out a video on their social media saying, "Come on, England, keep up the good work. You know, so domestic abuse goes up when when you lose. So keep up the good work and keep winning." And everyone was like, "So hold on, are you putting out the whole country's domestic abuse on the England team? Like, what's wrong with you?" And then on top of that, so then this is the stats why I'm bringing it up. That people said during these times, because drinking goes up, full stop, domestic abuse goes up, full stop. Anyways, so whether you're winning or you're losing, that still rise because drinking rises, and other intoxications, whatever people are taking,
drugs
with their enjoyment,
drugs.
So it goes up regardless, unfortunately,
because of drugs.
It's crazy. Like I really feel sorry for women that's living in their house, minding their own business, and because of the football team now, man is beating their wife. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, trigger warning and all that, and hopefully anyone that's in those types of situations finds help, because it's not easy, man, staying in the house and people are just abusing you in the house there, man.
And thank you for taking it there, Big Wala.
Well, you started talking about wife beating. You don't put it on Mr. Wolf first. I tried to wash it clean.
With the fairy.
Wait for the wolf who should be coming directly.
You sending the wolf?
You feel better, motherfucker?
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
How much the wolf?
What's going on, my people? What's going on? Hope everyone's blessed. Hope everyone's good. You can catch me on Instagram on aka Mr. Wolf, on Twitter on aka_Mr. Wolf. I got Blessings Cowday again this week, and I'm just gonna play her this thing. She runs a Yoruba lessons page and course. She also does trips to Nigeria if you are interested. So let's have a listen to this.
In Yoruba we say, in English we say there's no place like home. In Yoruba we say Ajo le dabile. Ajo is the journey. Dabi is to be like, and Ile is like home. And so we say essentially the journey could never be like being like home. Being abroad could never compare to being in one's house. So the next time you want to say there is no place like home, you can say instead Ajo le dabile.
And you can catch her on Yoruba Lessons, Yoruba_lessons on Instagram. And she's doing very well, spreading the culture. And you can catch me on Instagram on aka Mr. Wolf, on aka Twitter on aka_Mr. Wolf. What's going on?
Advice for Blessings Coyote: if you turn the music down when you're doing stuff like that, especially when you're trying to teach somebody a language, we don't want the music messing with enjoyment.
First time she actually played music in one of her videos, but yeah, it is what it is.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Empress Menen Mama, Queen of Rastafari.
Gaza forever.
It's getting hot this year. What them a gonna do for whole way? It's getting wicked this year. The people them can't control way. Gaza we say forever, a line to the foundation. A boom, bam, 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 bam. The weather is weathering. Africa has moved to the west. We're getting all these good temperatures and thing, and it's I does like it still. I is in I vibe scene.
You were talking about getting aircon with some of the fellow parents at school.
What, to get it in your
house?
In your private. You know what's so funny? The Jewish community, all of them have aircon. I only know that because I live in a Jewish area, but they all have aircon.
Interesting.
And they have had aircon from time. It's
but
been
they can
like
see the future, isn't it?
A lot of people are getting it apparently now as well.
Yeah, like a lot. Like I said, like the Jewish area in where I live in is just everybody had aircon, and they've always had aircon, and I'm talking like decades. It's not new.
I don't know. I thought aircon's bad for you. I don't know.
It's
it's just recycling there, isn't it?
It's bad for the environment.
I just feel like it's bad for even when I have it like in us days on with air conditioning. I tend to wake up not feeling great.
Yeah, you'll get ill.
So then why would you want something like that? Will make you when you have
because of the temperature control, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't have to. It depends the type of temperature you have. I don't think it's good, anyways. In regards of like it's taking the air and spitting it back out you after it's cooled it. And the cooling thing, I don't necessarily think it's a good thing. Usually, whenever you do something synthetic, we always make things worse than it was when it was natural. So in that regard, just standing in the breeze or having a fan is going to be better in terms of health than air conditioning unit, because the air conditioning unit is doing something. But when people in my house can't sleep at night or whatever it is because their rooms are so hot, maybe it would be better just to have something just to cool it down a tad. But then, like, you know, when you're on holiday and it's like you can't have the aircon on all night because you'll wake up and it's, you're sick. So there's a middle ground there somewhere. So that's what I'm saying. But
climate control for domestic dwelling is going to be potentially going to be a big subject in this country, especially as we've had back-to-back summer/heat waves where we've realistically hit 35 degrees Celsius in a country that is not accustomed to it.
And it's not built for it.
It's not built for it, but I think
country's not built for nothing, man.
I think if we
not even the cold weather.
If we have I don't even know if we need to have a third one. If the same thing happens next year, this conversation about air conditioning will be a bit louder, or at least climate control within in domestic dwellings will be a bit louder, and then you'll see there'll be a market for it all of a sudden, and then it will just the pricing will go straight.
There's already a market for it. Many people are getting it. That's
a few weeks ago, when I said I went to go to the shop and get a fan from Curry's, they said no air conditioning units either. So that was sold out.
A lot of portable air conditioners.
Those are the portable ones. But the people I was talking to at the school were like the people that they know. This is a proper keeping up appearance business. She said my neighbours on either side have aircon, but aircon like proper with the machine on the outside.
Yeah.
And she's like, she can see her gritting her teeth like, I want it too. And my missus was like, because they moved, I think soon after we moved, they only live a couple of roads down. And it's like, if we knew the weather was going to be, to your point, like if we know now the weather's going to be like this, we gutted our place in it and did a bunch downstairs. Upstairs was cool, but downstairs we were debating under floor heating and all this and that. And when we did the toilet, we changed the whole guttering for all that. If we knew it was going to be like this, potentially, like, you know what? Because air conditioning unit, the proper ones like you see in the office and whatever, it's like £1,600 to have put in and everything.
Yeah.
So to have two of them put in and add $3,000 to a cost of whatever it is when you're doing a bathroom or a kitchen and all that stuff, you just like, just add it on top, because every year that's going to save me a bit of whatever
discomfort.
Yeah. Especially if you have women going through their hot flush and all that stuff.
This country, I don't think is enough to have air conditioning, because tomorrow it will be cold.
Yeah, but aircon goes both ways.
But how many weeks?
No, it's been good for 2 months, bro.
I don't know about 2 months.
We've had 1 week of rain and low temperature this summer.
This one is whispering.
Yeah, we've had 1 week of rain and low temperature this summer.
Unbearable heat I've had for 2 weeks.
Last summer it was up and down. The summer before that it was consistent 3 months of summer. This year looks like it may be the same. Give or take a week here and there, but it's been consistent since May. It's been pretty good. There was 1 week where it was wet and cold, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
But everyone's complaining.
I'm not, and good for them. Like, if they want to complain, then that's on them. But I'm not complaining.
I'm complaining.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who's complaining?
I'm not complaining about the heat. I'm complaining about that Big Wahala Insta, Big Wahala on Twitter. I'm complaining about the air conditioning when it gets hot.
Yeah, the best time to make your purchase is during the sales, whether it's January sales, Black Friday sales, whatever the time is. Buy your items then. Anticipate for next summer being hot. Sorry. If it's not, then keep it for the following year.
Yeah, but you're talking about the portable units.
Yeah.
Particularly. I think he's talking about the house installation
Yeah,
ones.
I know. I'm not sure about that.
The only thing I can say to you about the house installation ones is that it is going to be very expensive because they're like 4,000 watts. 2,900
Oh, to run.
Well,
to
the
run.
funny thing is, I was thinking exactly the same thing.
The colleague, the woman at the school was saying.
Yeah, I was thinking similar to you. The only reason why I would consider getting something like that is if I have the solar panels.
Well,
because that for me is a much more that's a better investment. And then if you're going to use the solar panels to power such
I really want solar panels.
Big device.
Yeah, man. I mean, even now, we've justified it the last 3 summers, having solar panels, because the sun exposure that we're getting in this 35, whatever.
It's decent.
Is decent. So much so that I think if you've got that solar panel now, you're not using any grid at all. And you won't for the whole of the summer.
Over the summer, yeah.
Do you know, and I know that this summer was peak. One day I walked into my garden and there was no grass. The next day I walked into my garden after it rained slightly and the sun hit it. And the grass was like about 6 inches.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? In fact, there's a tree hanging over my house at the moment. I don't know where. I'm coming to chop it because it's properly hanging into my garden, almost touching the floor. That's how long it's grown in the space of 3 or 4 weeks. I'm like, this is photosynthesis. This is the correct way of these.
That's how nature does work. Like when the conditions are right, it's crazy. It's completely crazy.
I'm trying to get rid of the nature in my garden.
For me, this country is useless because it is dope. It's rain. There's a problem. Extreme cold. There's a problem. Extreme heat. There's a problem. You've got superstores where they're flipping fridges. Breaking down because of the heat. Do you get what I mean? So there's
because the country's old.
The trains as well. They're telling me the lines are getting too hot.
Yeah,
the country's old.
No, but that's not.
The train tracks is different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But general maintenance of things. Come on, man.
The country is old.
It's not older than other countries, bruv, and other countries handle themselves well.
In terms of modern infrastructure, Britain is old.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they have the resources to put money. Sorry, they got the money and the resources to put into preventing certain things happening, but they just let it happen every year.
You know, the parable of building your house on sand.
Yeah,
yeah. So what money do you have now to change that? If you built on sand, you just have to make.
If your premise is that the whole land is just sand, then fair enough. But I'm not buying that. I'm saying that you can. Make do, like you can buy certain things, you can invest in certain infrastructure to prevent certain things from happening,
but you can't afford to do that.
Yeah, so the best way I can put this,
if they can afford to spend such and such in on Ukraine, on Israel, on all of these things, and this is the thing, they spend so much money out, but they don't want to put that money in.
And not even just that, I'm gonna be proper full rant, Mr. Worcester.
Go on.
And you put the prices up for everything, and we get nothing back.
Yeah, because
nothing back.
Inflation.
Well, inflate the bloody country then. Make it better.
I would.
I sound like one of them fools.
It's the immigrants.
I was thinking
it's their fault, mate.
Yeah, bringing over. They're bringing the sun.
I was thinking this.
These 2 men sitting in their singlet,
bringing the sun over with a can, bro. With a can.
I was thinking
exactly. Give me a can of Tennants, mate.
That obviously we've got the new Labour leader that's going to come into place and they're talking about he's going to have the same problems that Keir Starmer had.
Of course.
And what they said was that when Keir Starmer came and tried to implement the working tax credit, this thing and that thing, the left side of his party pushed back, and then he kept doing his U-turns, the king of U-turns, because the left side of his party was like, no, we don't want this, we don't want that.
Shout out Milton Keynes.
And I was thinking, you know what? It'd be interesting if
and they ran about
this Milton Keynes is around about, yeah. If you came into place and said, you know what, just let the left people do what they want. I would love to see the left just do what you want then. Oh, you care about Gaza? You want to give them all the money? You want to cut off everything with Israel? You want to sever ties with the USA because of Trump? Just do whatever you want. And I would love to see, like, in 5, 10, 15 years time, if I could just have a telescope that goes into the future and see that, and then see reform. Oh, you just want to go in charge? You just want to get rid of all the immigrants? Some of the third one, they even like, listen, even if you're like certain generation, still go. So like us mans kind of thing, or our parents, like, yeah, you've been here 40 years, doesn't matter, go. I want to see what happens if you get what you really want 15, 20 years down the line. I want to hear that. Be careful what you ask for, because you might get it.
It's funny you say that. There's one guy on Instagram, I'll try and find him. His page is answers those questions. Imagine if all the immigrants left. Imagine if all
that Marvel business. What if business?
Yeah. Imagine if this. Imagine if that. I'll try and find his page. It's very, very good.
Obviously, with AI now, you can do projections on those type of things.
You can do projections, yes.
Because we have the what's it called? We make contributions in so many different areas.
It'll still be biased though.
I mean, the projection will always be biased. I mean, the nature of projections are that they're biased, but you would still get an idea of what this economic activity would or the absence of this economic activity, what it would do to the rest of the economy.
Sports, European sports team would go down the drain. That's for one, in the international stage.
Yep.
That's one, but that's a minor thing, innit? Sports is whatever.
Yep.
But it's like, what's finance going to be like? What's the economy going to be like? In terms of now, what they're saying, like 1 in 10 people in the world in 15 years' time is going to be born in Nigeria. I repeat, 1 in 10 people in the whole wide world is going to be born in Nigeria in 15 years' time. In Africa, they're going to have like half the people in the world are going to be born in one continent in a couple of decades, because Africa has all the young people, but you need the young people to support the old people. So places like China, USA, Japan, Switzerland, UK, where it's like the population is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. What will happen if the people that are actually doing the they're actually making the babies just leave? Then the population just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Your welfare state is shrinking, and then you're having older people because you're living older.
Yeah,
you're living good. You're living older, and there's nobody to support you anymore. So where's the money coming from? Taxes now. Tax. I would just love to see it, but I'm never gonna see it.
Well, that kind of picture that you painted there kind of gives way for recolonization, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because what would happen is, like you said, the populations will then sink in those places,
and they'll go elsewhere to go and find what they need.
They'll either try to go elsewhere. I'm saying, like, if the immigrants that are in America were forced to leave America, and then who considers themselves Americans were left over, the dwindling population problem will happen, like you said, and then it will get to a point where they won't have enough people to be able to suffice their living and lifestyle. So then they'll either have to make the choice of, do we then get people and work and labour in from outside, or the work and labour that would be from outside can now say, actually, we can just take this land because they can't defend themselves.
Who knows?
War and all type of thing of them preaching. Copper shot reach them and them dead.
Let me play one of those Imagine Ifs. This one is about black people uniting. Let's play this.
On their behalf. Soon after, black Brits will never unite. But what if they did? Imagine if every black Brit in the UK decided to move as one and bought up an entire town. Here's what would happen in the first 6 months, and stick around to the end, because what Parliament does changes everything. Month 1. Day 1, they move in. Singles, friends, couples, siblings, every single one of them bought their property. That's 25 million people moving to one town, and decisions need to be made fast. So within a few weeks, a community assembly is called. Not by the council, by them. And they elect a group of people to make decisions on their behalf. And soon after, every single resident registers to vote, because quietly they know what's coming. And they file an application that will change everything. But we'll get back to that. Month 2, the business is open. Plumbers first, electricians, carpenters, solicitors, the trades that hold everything together. Then food, the authentic Jamaican restaurant, Somali, Nigerian, market stalls with fabrics, Afro-Caribbean fruit and veg, galore, mate. Then professional services, accountants, solicitors, tutors. An internal investment pool is started. Every resident puts in what they can. No minimum, no maximum. That pool funds the next business and the next. Right now, the pound circulates for 6 hours in the black community. In this town, it circulates for days. And with every new business that opens, stays a little longer. Month 3, BBC run a news segment. Is this town becoming a black separatist community? Millions watch. And people don't like what they see. So some of those upset people put their money where their mouth is. They start making offers on the properties in the town, trying to buy their way in before it's too late. But the black Brits had already seen that coming. Remember that application I told you about in month 1? Well, they registered the town as a community trust. Once complete, not one person owning it. The land belongs to the community permanently. No outsider can buy it or force to sell. But that process takes a few months and everybody's watching the clock. Month 4, Parliament takes notice. This is not a community. This is segregation on British soil. These are British citizens. They've done nothing wrong. They've bought properties, started businesses and registered to vote. Why are we here? The local MP writes to the Housing Secretary demanding that the land transfer gets reviewed and blocked. And the community watches every second of it and takes note. Meanwhile, black-owned GPs, pharmacies and dentists open. Services built by the community for the community. Month 5. While Parliament is still talking, crime is falling, unemployment is dropping. Parents move quietly. They put their names forward for the school governing body. They just show up and they vote each other in. Outside the school gates, every business now has an apprentice. Those plumbers train the next plumbers. The accountants training the next accountant. The future is being built from the inside. The town they didn't even think should exist is thriving. Month 6. 6 months in and the land transfer completes. The review from the Housing Secretary found nothing because everything they done was legal. The community assembles and one person stands up and says something. We own the land, we own the businesses, we own the healthcare, we own the education, but we don't run this town. And they're right. And the MPs had forced their hand. Owning land, owning businesses aren't enough because every major decision affecting the future was still being made elsewhere. So they turned their attention to one last thing they hadn't taken yet: political power. So drop power in the comments if you want to see part 2. And until then, follow if you're done watching passively, we decode the myth and we don't clap for grammar.
One of them was sell. One of them blacks will sell.
But we have to take the premise that it says blacks coming together. That is the start of it. So before we go blah blah blah. But blacks coming together, does that mean no crime? Because you said our crime rate falls, and I'm like, because basically, I can see most of that stuff happening, but the no crime thing I can't see happening. And not because blacks are super criminals.
There'll always be crime.
So then
crime rate falls everywhere or in that particular area.
He said in this area that crime rate falls because, and in essence, blacks are doing well. A lot of crime stems from poverty. And if everyone's cool, because I mean, the first premise.
But what about the blacks that don't live in that place?
He said all the blacks go to and
every black in the whole of the UK.
Yeah, 25 million. He said,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the two things that I had an issue with is everybody, because he started off with everybody buys a house, and I'm like, well, so getting all blacks together is unrealistic, obviously, because it's just getting everyone to get whatever community is just not really going to happen. Apart from, I guess the Jews did it with Israel, so yeah, shout them out. But everybody able to afford a house? No. And then no crime? No, I don't see those two things. But everything else I can see happening.
You the problem? Hypothetically, do you know the problem I have already? Straight away.
Hypotheticals.
Go ahead.
What we classifying as black?
Yeah, there you go.
I know black are Dominican.
Okay.
Then that starts there. That starts the beef immediately.
Because some mixed race people, some black people don't see mixed race people as black.
Yeah.
And
some North Africans
don't see themselves
and East Africans.
And some blacks don't see blacks as blacks.
Yeah.
Even in the news, one of my African news, they were talking about Morocco playing, and they mentioned South Africa and the issues that other people have with South Africa, and they said Morocco, and they said because Morocco don't see themselves as African, not necessarily blacks, because obviously, but they don't even see themselves because they said Morocco would potentially be the last standing African country in the World Cup. And
the last time they mentioned
and Morocco, and some Moroccans like, and we know Africa.
Yeah, they mentioned it last time.
A lot of them there. Yeah,
he mentioned it. Remember the last World Cup when they got to the semi-finals?
Yeah.
And there was people were saying that they represent Africa, and a lot of them were saying we don't represent.
I got a couple of Moroccan virgins. They see themselves as Arab.
Yeah,
but maybe if you are on the land and you speak to Moroccans that look like me and you, when I was there, they say, "Man, I'm an African." So it depends, maybe the communities.
And I know what's happening.
And then look at Sudan with the beef in Sudan. That is a racial beef. So the civil war in Sudan is cut along racial lines in terms of the people that see themselves as Arabs and the people that see themselves as Africans or Black Africans, because the Arabs are the ones that if you hear the insults being held before people are being raped, before people are being murdered, before people are being taken out of their houses and moved, it's racial slurs being put on them before they do all the stuff they're doing. So it's I don't we don't know enough about what's going on in Sudan. It's not being pushed enough at all.
Yeah, I mean, this black on black crime thing, and then you look at blacks selling blacks in slavery, but the idea that we're all and one are the same in some melting pot is a fallacy to me anyway. Black, who said that we were black? In fact, there was one
well, if you're an American, they'll tell you that they're the only ones that's black, and no one else is black. Some Americans will tell you that they are the only ones that are black, and everyone else is not black. You are something completely different.
There's one thing that I want to recommend. Truth Unedited is a page that I follow. I remember mentioning it a long time ago, but he has got a playlist or a video list, and it's called "We Are Not Black People," to just outline how much of a fallacy it is that people were known by their tribes and people are known by, their communities, not as black people. Who called us black? And he kind of digs right to the root of where that came from initially.
You don't have to call yourself black, but you can call yourself African.
Well, with this football, like my son's now, my 4-year-old, he's just now coming to this, he's starting to ask these kind of questions. And this week, what did he ask us? He called us brown. Because we were talking about something to do with white people. And he's like, but he was calling them white and he called us brown. And I didn't correct him or change him. I just left him to carry on talking about brown.
In your area...
But it was interesting that he said my son asks a lot of questions anyway. He takes after me in terms of
he's inquisitive.
Yeah, very, very, very much so. But I'm noticing now the questions are coming a bit like even in the car today or yesterday. He just said, I can't remember what I was talking about, but it's like, so your brother did your brother die already? And I'm like, yeah, my brother's died before you were born, kind of thing. And I can't remember why he mentioned it, but it's just interesting now. These things are, because his brain is just mad. Things will just pop in there anyways. But now it's like it's not just how does the tree grow or whatever? Let's randomly like why are you asking this question? You're inside in your bedroom. Why are you asking about a tree or whatever? But now he's asking stuff that's like, these kind of questions is kind of a bit more interesting. And so having these conversations with him is going to be. Sorry, that's a daddy moment. Yeah, but what you said just reminded me of him just talking about brown, and because he was talking about color, and I was like, okay, so we're here now. We had this conversation where he's recognizing color and he's discussing it, and because I don't recall having these kind of conversations with my daughter. She's not as inquisitive as my son, so it's going to be interesting. Going through this with the both of them, because it seemed like it's probably going to have an overlap and happen at
random question. Has your daughter had a racial experience
in terms of abuse?
Yeah,
twice in school. What I've mentioned it before. So the first time was about 4 years ago. She's maybe 3 years ago. Where I went. Yeah. So for those of you who haven't heard the story, or again, those of you who are new. My daughter is 10, she just turned 10, and in my area there are very few black people in her school. And there was one time I took her to school, and then a couple of minutes before, I stayed there till they let them in, but she came running to me crying and said, one of the students, one of her fellow pupils said, no black people are allowed in this playhouse that they had in the room there, and the mother works in the school. That was one. And then another one was when and this one broke my heart even more, was she was playing up at night or something. She wasn't going to sleep, and so my wife and I were in her bedroom, just telling her whatever, we were talking to her, and she just broke down crying, saying that somebody called her monkey or gorilla at school.
Hey!
But this was months beforehand, and she hadn't told us.
She kept it,
yeah. So we tried to make a fuss about it, and the school was almost like she said that there are so many things that she couldn't remember. She couldn't remember where it was, or what time of day it was, or blah 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 blah. She knew who the person was, but all these other things that they would ask, she couldn't answer.
What's that got to do with anything? If she knows who it was.
Because if it
You have
happened
to
months
prove
ago,
it, innit?
it can't just randomly she said this. It's like, why did she say it? Because there could be a reason. Like, for instance, I said that I didn't think that the girl said, because remember, this happened a while ago now, and I can't remember if it was, we don't want black people in here or only white people are allowed in here. And I wasn't sure that it might have been a racist thing because they were so young at the time. We were like 5 or something, or 5.
You think racism don't start from that early?
No, but I just think it could be like I said at the time. So I'm sorry for people that are listening to this for the third or fourth time. That it could have been with somebody saying no girls allowed, no tall people allowed, no boys allowed, no people with brown hair allowed, no only white people allowed, kind of thing.
No gorillas allowed.
These are 2 separate incidences, remember. So there were no blacks allowed. Who was a white person, and then the other one was an Asian girl that said that.
Oh!
Called her a gorilla.
So it's even multi-racism that they did.
The Asian girl called her the gorilla.
Yeah, the Asian one called her the gorilla thingy. So yeah. So yes, she's had those two.
What do you want her
things.
to do in these situations?
I've told her that she's the right to fight people in terms of if she gets hit. I haven't necessarily told her like how to deal with racism outright. I don't know if it's if I'm just a bad parent because I should have, because it's happened twice before. But I don't know if it's a conversation I need to sit there. It's like, if somebody's racist with you, because I don't even know if she knows what racism is.
I think you need to have
Especially
it.
after the last event.
You need to have it.
Most
Again,
definitely.
this is about 2 or 3 years ago.
Let me ask you a question then. So let's say that, did you approach any other parents about this? Well, you said one of them you worked in the school.
That one we spoke to, yeah.
And what did she say?
I can't remember now. Sorry, I can ask the wife if you want me to call her.
I don't know, because if I went to this, listen, Linda, listen, yeah. Maybe not the mum, obviously, because a woman. But if I spoke to somebody's dad and said your daughter told my daughter no blacks allowed, yeah, and he's like, oh, what? It don't come the way it's supposed to come.
No, she was that one was very apologetic.
Because I might just give you a black eye, bruv, and then you won't be allowed in there either.
That's what you did there.
Because I don't know who you think you're talking to. That you could, I'm telling you, my daughter's being racially abused, and you're just telling me, what?
And well, the white one parents were very apologetic,
and the gorilla one as well.
That one, I can't actually even remember what happened with that. I don't even know if we spoke to the parents because it happened and then my daughter started saying this. It
happened so long after the time.
So long. It's like, why didn't you tell us before? And she couldn't remember anything. Oh,
she's like her dad for real, bro.
so it was.
That must have been very, very frustrating for you guys.
It was. All right. I have this thing with my children where they doing something that can break something or drop something or spill something or whatever it is, and I tell them, you realize that if you drop this plate after you're spinning it around or whatever and it smashes on the floor, you're going to say, Daddy, it's an accident. Daddy, I made a mistake. And I was like, you didn't make any mistake. It's no accident. And you know why? Because I'm telling you it's going to happen now. If I can tell you it's going to happen now and it happens 5 minutes later, it's not a mistake. It's not an accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand the premise.
So I tell my children this all the time, just to teach them, just to think about what you're doing before you do it. Because, yeah. But when my wife and I moved to this area, I had this issue straight away. My wife wanted to live in this area. I didn't, for this, and part of it was for this reason.
Yeah.
So when it happened, I'm for one, I'm the king of I told you so.
Yeah.
And then for 2, I can't look in the mirror and be like, bruv, it's not an accident. If you could tell yourself years ago, before you moved here, this is one of the negatives, because there are negatives and pros of moving here. Of course. And one of the negatives of moving here is that there are no other black people in this area. So it's not that you're going to get racial abuse in school, but there are no other blacks here. So that is going to facilitate itself some which way in school. I don't know how, whether it's the schooling is not going to be the same, whether she's going to start acting like a different cultures, whatever. And sorry if that comes across as bad to whatever these people, but I want my daughter to be African first and then British second, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I know there are certain areas I can raise her in, and that will be the case. Yeah. Not where I am now. So stuff like that. And then the racism was like, it wasn't even at the forefront of my mind, but it was there, but it wasn't even in the forefront. So when it happened, as your question is basically, I'm looking at myself and it's like, Stav, you're a disgrace. It's your fault. It's your fault. Because I let it happen. Because you told yourself it was going to happen and then you did it anyways. It wasn't a mistake. It's not an accident. Go on.
Can I merge this into something that happened recently this week?
Go ahead, man.
So I remember that the thing I put about the guy called Nolan Wells in America.
Yeah.
On the 4th of July that went
Yeah,
missing
yeah.
with a group of white friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they say it's the thing that, you know, there was another time when a black woman went away with all her white friends, and suddenly they said that she committed suicide.
Yeah.
When she fell from a landing or whatever, when she went outside to smoke or something.
Yeah.
Like, and people are saying that this is the thing. Like, if you see a black person with just white people and they go away, suddenly it's almost like you're in danger.
Yeah.
in a weird way, like you're in danger. If you're the only black person in a group of white people and you go out somewhere, you're in danger.
Get out.
So do you kind of have that notion in your mind? Would that be something that you would be aware of if your daughter now that's living with all these other races, no one's black, and
Mad extremes, boy.
she's that's going away?
Yeah, again.
I'm not saying the mad extremes, but this is the thing that it's something that's happening right now that people are discussing right now.
Well, for one, it's in another country.
Yeah, in America, sorry.
For two,
in Mississippi as well.
Pure whites, and in my area, it's not pure whites; it's just pure non-blacks.
Pure version.
Yeah, it's everything but blacks. And no, I'm for better or for worse, my brain hasn't gone that far down the line. It has. I'm more worried about normal things you worry about for just a girl randomly. So my daughter, before you start worrying about staying outside at people's houses or going out to your friends and going to the shopping centre and going to wherever it is, the West End to chill, like, can you manage yourself? Can you look after yourself? Do you know about people not touching you and this and that? So just standard things you have to worry about with a girl.
Yeah, but you also,
and a boy, I guess.
But I feel like maybe again you might say, oh, well, Holly, you're taking it to the extremes. But I feel like if you are the only black person in a group of friends, you have to be worried, because let's say that there is one wayward one, yeah, there is a wayward, let's say, white friend,
wayward in
as in they don't know how to bathe, but they started to become bad girl, yeah, or bad boy, all right, and that's your friend,
standard naughty.
Like they could do things like stealing or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So let's say that you're going out, you do go to the shopping center, you go out with your friends, and they do something, and all of them are doing something, and you haven't even.
Yeah.
But because you're the one black face
and a whole foot taller than everybody else.
Yes, than everyone else. Yeah. They might just target you and say that you know you're not running because you've done nothing wrong, but they're the ones that are gonna come and get you, and you're the ones that are gonna be oppressed because of the fact that you are the black one. And let's be honest, in society, black people are seen as different. Black people are seen as bad. So I would say, if you was with your group of black boys, at least you're together. You can have that discussion. You all understand that shared experience. Maybe you deal with it a bit different. I don't know, man. I feel like you need to talk to her about it. I know that you say she's 10. I think by the time she gets to secondary school, she needs to know about it.
Sorry?
Good age to talk about these things.
I think by the time that she gets to secondary school, especially if she's staying in that same area, which it looks like is going to be the case, and I don't know what the secondary school is going to be like. I'm hoping that maybe there has more black people that she can have that shit experience with.
For some reason, when I see secondary school children around my area, the ratio is a lot more blacks. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot more blacks. But then saying that, they're not going to be necessarily there by the time my daughter gets there. They would have aged out. So I don't know.
But I was finding it interesting that if you have all these different friends, even our nephew, he's there in that area. He's got very different friends as well. Like they're all mixed. They're not all just black. They're all mixed. But I just find it interesting that for me, again, this story that will happen in America, people are like, why is it when you never see, like you would never hear of people not having a massive investigation if a group of black boys went away and one white boy didn't come back, all hell will break loose. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be hearing, leave the boys alone. You know what I mean?
The thing is, because you're saying this, and it's like, and Mr. Wolf is saying it's a good age, and I'm here always to listen and to learn from my peers, and it's like it's my first time being a parent. It's not everything I know. I'm not super naive to this, but there are always going to be things I'm picking up and learning at the same time. So potentially it's a good time to have this conversation with my daughter. The thing is, I'm thinking, okay, so the minute I'm saying I'm going to have this conversation, straight away my wife comes into my head. And then the thing is, my wife is, she's good at empathy with some things, but with some things she's not. And in this circumstance, because of reasons, because she grew up in that area when she was my daughter's age now. So she came here when she was 8. And so she's lived her life around this area. Yeah. And she had no issues at all. So when I bring something like this to the table, we need to have the kind of discussion for X, Y, Z. I think my wife's going to be like, but if it's not even I think we've had similar things where it's like, oh, for when I said I didn't want to move to this area because of XYZ, like, yeah, but I grew up there.
When you say no issues,
problem.
are you saying that your wife has had no racial abuse or experiences like that?
Not that I know of, and because of her nature, we're both just kind of deal with these kind of things where things shrug off her quite easily. So whereas somebody else would have experienced exactly the same as her, and it's like this person has held on it forever. My wife would be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot something like that happened," kind of thing. If I bring it up, she's like, "Oh yeah."
I think also, and it's a very delicate subject matter as well, but I think also from your wife's point of view, she has to appreciate that she's coming at it from a different contextual point.
She don't have to though.
No, but I'm saying the reason why I'm saying that is because there's a difference between coming to this country as a young child and then growing up here and then actually being born here because you've had an experience of something else, and that something else experience, depending on how long it has been for, is what you recognize as normal. So then when you come to a country like here, you don't feel like you're from here.
I've had this discussion with her, which is why when you're saying she has to come from, and I'll be like, no, because that means you have empathy. That means you understand. You're good at taking yourself out of your shoes and putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. And I say with some things she's good at, with work she's good at stuff, with other things she's good at. But there are some times, some instances, where she's not, and this is one of those instances. So to your point, between sub 1, before 1 to 8, black country, that's all she knows. She comes here. And then she's mixing with everybody else. No issues as far as she's concerned. But I told her that that's the literal definition of your formative years. Up until 7 is like, that's when your character is built, everything about you.
Yeah.
You're so solid in your blackness that you didn't have an issue when you move. But also, your child doesn't have this thing. So.
No, but also, outside of that, she also comes with the knowledge that she's not from here. So she doesn't expect and anticipate that she will be treated as if she's from here.
Okay.
Whereas somebody who's born here and they don't know anything but here can get caught up in the idea that I'm from here, this is where I'm from. Well, so I'm not
in that case,
but I'm not the outsider, if that makes sense.
No.
My
she
experience
never got any African booty scratcher.
No, that was our generation.
Yeah,
that was our generation.
She's our generation.
Isn't she?
Who?
Yeah.
His wife.
Oh, my wife.
Oh, your wife. Sorry, I thought you were talking about your daughter.
And she might have come with an accent.
That's
You know
what
what?
I'm
Something actually came up today that was interesting about that, where an African person was online. Again, I was in my Twitter space, and somebody was online talking about the N-word.
Yeah.
And Africa said, they called me the N-word. I don't even care. Like, it's like it doesn't affect me the same way. And it's like, and an American was like coming and saying, blah blah blah. You know, no, British person's like, oh, you're just saying this, blah blah blah. It's always you. And the person was Nigerian. It's always you. And then another person came in, another Nigerian came in and said, when you've grown up in a black country where all you ever see is black people, all you ever know is black people, all of this stuff that has been affecting you, people that have not been here all this time, because I've never heard it. No one's ever called it to me. No one's calling me that in Nigeria for 20 whatever. No one's calling me that racially. Yeah. So now I come to a country and somebody says it to me. I'm just like,
it's war.
Like what's this? I don't even know what you're talking about, type of thing.
I've heard that. Yeah, why does it bother you so much?
But hold on. But then the person said that once they came here, at first when they were hearing it, it was a war. Then when they had the lived experience of living in England, it was England I think she was talking about, and then she hears it later on, she's like, I went from, it doesn't bother me, to, if you say that to me, I will punch you in your face. Yeah. So it went from 0 to 100 because of the lived experience of being in that country. 100%. Whereas when she came here, she was like, what's this? Where's the N-word?
And this is what I think will happen with this dynamic as well. And it's a lot of what happens with young ethnic people in these type of environments when they've grown up here and they have the feeling and sense that they are from here. So then when somebody comes to tell them that they're not, they don't understand it. Like, it's cognitive dissonance.
I got another example of that, actually. Yeah. So this goes back to remember that, was it the last, which was it when the boys missed the penalties? Was it the World Cup or the Euros?
Euros.
The Euros. All right. So I was talking to one guy at my gym who ended up being Ghanaian. I didn't know what he was all this time. He looks like a Ghanaian, he's shaped like a Ghanaian, everything's a Ghanaian. But because he never mentioned it, most Ghanaians, they usually say they're Ghanaian, he hadn't mentioned it by this time.
Yeah.
And I see him in a Tanzania shirt, so I thought maybe he might be there. Anyway, either way, I didn't know he was Ghanaian.
Yeah.
But we was discussing the football, the World Cup tournament that's happening now, and he was talking about England. And I'm like, I don't support England, bro. I support Nigeria. Yeah. And he was like, so you don't really want them to do it? I said, I don't care. I'm not fussed if they do. I'm not fussed if they don't. Yeah, type thing.
Yeah.
And he was talking about his brother.
Yeah.
And he goes, my brother was radicalized by the Euros. I go, what do you mean? That was the term he used.
Radicalized.
He said, after that Euros, he was fuck England. Like, because he has probably been brought up again in this country with the belief that
he's one of them.
They're all together, especially that Euros where everyone what seemed to be. Did you not remember that Euros where everyone was all the black British people were coming out and saying, "Yeah, we support England." That's the first time I've seen a mass amount of black people in this country screaming, "We support England."
I remember the black girls coming out of the pub getting racially abused and kicked out of there, mate.
Right, and then
small black girls,
and then. After all of this galvanizing the whole country, all the blacks together, they missed those priorities and they was slapped in the face to show you are not English, bruv. Yeah. You keep screaming England. They don't look at you as being English.
I always say though, you're looking at a small percentage of people that were chucking out all that abuse. You can't put it on everybody.
Okay,
small percentage.
Even if what people think, it's not a majority of people that were talking. Even if you were, I think everybody thought it. That's fine. It would have been 1 out of every 50 that opened their mouths or wrote something.
I completely agree. Unfortunately, those 1 in the 50.
Open your mouth and talk about it for me to know that that's how you feel.
Then you're assuming. If we're going by this proof, so F England.
Let's be real. Stav is right. It won't be the whole nation that was saying.
No, it won't be the whole nation. He's saying that it wouldn't be a majority.
It might not be the majority either.
I beg to differ.
I think
the only way of finding out or the only way of proving it, what he's saying is that because you see the proof they're actually saying it. But how about those who don't say anything?
That's my point.
I think a lot of the young people have a different opinion. I think it goes by age stage. I think older people are much more racist than the youngers.
A lot of the youngers, the ones that you see in online, a lot of these videos, the ones that have come out recently, they can't be more than that. There's been videos that have been circulating for this World Cup. You ain't seen them?
I haven't seen them.
I can send them to you.
Yes, please, because everybody's algorithm is different, and my algorithm doesn't see what young people are seeing. My algorithm sees booty now. It knows what I want. I don't need to stress.
They had a video. I think they had a friendly the other day before the World Cup, and this guy was saying you got Africa's B team playing for England. What's going on?
He's not much wrong though.
Whatever the case is, it's just the way.
Just like statistically, I think there's 8 white people in the whole team.
Yeah,
and 20 out of the 26 could all qualify to play for different countries.
He was not happy that black boys or men that were born in this country was representing England.
I think I'm gonna do a Stav now because Stav says this before and he says it all the time. If you, as a Nigerian, watch the Nigerian football team and everyone bar 4 people were white, you would be like, eh?
Yeah, but you would be like that. Of course, you're going to have that notion. But if Nigeria went into the UK and colonized the UK...
It wouldn't matter.
I'm just saying that it would be understandable. But you're not going to have just 4 white people representing... 4 black people representing Nigeria. It's just not going to happen. So you got to kind of flip it completely.
Yeah, but you say that, but then like somebody would have said you're not going to have just 8 people representing England or 8 white people representing England,
possible.
And that's what's happened.
It's possible,
and 3 of them are goalkeepers.
No, it's possible because of colonization, isn't it? So colonization and slavery and all of those things have happened. If you flip the switch completely, and then it's the blacks that have enslaved the whites, and then the blacks that have colonized them, and those things happen, and then there's a whole load of white people in Nigeria because UK is shit, and they're coming over to Nigeria because the UK is rubbish, and you see them integrating with the community, they're breeding their families in Nigeria, then I would expect that.
Well, would I? At one point that probably happened. But I'm going to ask you a question, yeah? And I want before you go, because I see that you're making moves, yeah?
Yes.
Percentage-wise, in the UK, how many people of Caucasus Mountains, yeah, do you believe actually know what the word colonization even means?
How many people from
percentage-wise?
Europe.
No, England. This is England.
Above know what colonization
like 18 and over.
Yeah.
I don't think very many know. There's one guy that walks around just asking random questions about simple things.
Don't think they know what colonization means.
I don't think that a lot of them know. But it depends where you go, innit? Like,
let alone what happened.
In the city, if you're going in the suburbs, I think it does make a difference. Like if you're going to speak to educated people, then most of them are gonna know. But if you're gonna go into the suburbs, maybe where some people are not as well educated, then I would beg to differ.
You'd be surprised how many people do not even know what the word colonization means, let alone the background and knowledge behind it.
I would be surprised. The second going down the line and knowing the history about it, then I'm not expecting everyone to know everything. But just knowing what colonization means, what happened, did Britain colonize other countries? And asking an 18-year-old plus in this country, I would expect them most.
All right.
Like at least 2 out of 3. If it's not 2 out of 3, I'll be.
There's a Nigerian guy that does this thing where he goes around the streets of certain towns and just asks general members of public.
That's what I said.
Really general and basic questions.
In this country?
In this country.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's got a YouTube series, puts out a few videos every
basic
couple of
questions.
days. Basic questions to Gen Z or whatever. And to the point that you're making about whether somebody knows what colonization means, he has gone and asked to name 3 countries in Africa, for example. And the answers let you know that they have absolutely no idea of what countries are contained within Africa. He asked somebody what a continent was, and they didn't know what a continent was.
Yeah.
He asked, is the UK, is England in Europe? They didn't know. Sometimes they're giving the name of countries as continents. Sometimes they're giving the name of continents as countries. Like, there's absolutely, as far as geography is concerned, there's absolutely no idea about what is what. So to Wahala's point, I think there is going to be a high percentage of people that do not know what the word colonization means.
Okay. I would hazard a guess that for each stupid answer, he would have asked 3 people a question and got one stupid answer, and the 2 people, or even if it's 1 for 1.
I put it this way:
he's not important.
His videos are around 10 to 12 minutes long, and I've watched quite a few of them, and I would say he speaks to in the region of around 10 to 15 people in that video.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, 1, maybe 2 people have got sense.
Yeah, but it's all editing.
Of course.
If I wanted to edit this podcast, I can make it sound like all of us have no sense.
Of course.
So,
of course.
I think Brexit showed me that people don't have sense. I think the people that's voting reform every so often show me that a lot of people don't have sense.
Why?
Because because they're listening to somebody that's a blatant liar. But anyway, as I said,
it's not so much that don't have sense. It's more to do with the lacking in critical thinking, and that is one of the skills that is.
Yeah, I think it's more along those lines. Mr. Wolf has a goodbye message for the people then.
Yes, people, I'm out. Got to vacate a little early today, so God bless. I could actually walk out in my pant right now, boy. Just take my trousers off. Oh my God, it is so hot. But I'm not complaining. Peace out.
Peace.
Could you guys?
Yeah.
I think the critical thinking part of it is there. I think so. You're like turkeys voting for Christmas kind of business. Wow.
Sorry, excuse me.
Because you're saying people voting for liars, co-signing liars and whatnot. Is it more like you're thinking like turkeys voting for Christmas?
Sorry, I'm not paying attention to you at all.
Turkeys voting for Christmas.
I'm trying to sort out what's going on with this. So
sort out anything, man.
I need to open and close the door.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that's what
I'm not looking at you. I'm not paying attention to you. Talk to Simple Simon.
Okay.
So turkeys voting for Christmas in the sense of like you're bringing on your own demise, effectively, is that you're saying?
Potentially, or not demise, but like fiscally, you might say, because some people will be like, security-wise, finance-wise, what other reasons do this? Those are the 2 major factors of leaving Brexit.
Yeah.
Like your country's going to be poorer,
yeah,
and your country's going to have less of a coalition with Europe in terms of defence.
Yeah.
What's the third thing? Is there even a third or fourth thing? I can't.
Freedom of movement.
Are you asking me why I mentioned those 2 things?
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter anymore. I can't remember. Don't worry.
Freedom of movement.
You're saying stupid people voting for lies. People voting for lies. Oh yeah, people are not dumb. You realize once Brexit happened because people were voting for.
I think that not even just me. I think society understood. Or should I say, politicians, or maybe just David Cameron himself, didn't think that the British public was that stupid that they would vote to get themselves outside of Europe.
I don't think it's stupid voting for Brexit. Which part is stupid?
I think for them it's stupid.
I think.
To you to go on.
Sorry, I didn't cut into you. Go on.
No, I was going to let you go.
I think, again, to my critical thinking point, a lot of people didn't understand the ramifications of what was being sold to them. So this whole idea of sovereignty and our courts being able to dictate what we do with our country, people didn't really think that through. And when I say that, it's because if I come to you and say, oh yeah, you know what, the laws that govern you in this country at the moment are actually not all from here, they're from Europe. And those guys in Europe are telling us how to govern our country. But if we leave, we can govern ourselves.
Yeah.
So as I've presented that to you now, you might think, okay, independence, sovereignty, I want to be the
successful.
I want to be the master of my own nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to vote for that. But there is no.
So before you continue, is that stupid?
Is that stupid?
If that's what you think you're voting for, is that stupid?
But you're not looking at it you haven't got any context. So yes, it would be a foolhardy decision to make.
Okay, carry on. I wouldn't say that's stupid. That's what I just said. If somebody's voting for that you have sovereignty because somebody else is making the rules for yourself. I think most people wouldn't say that's stupid for that.
Oh, yes.
But I stopped it there.
Yes.
And then I said, you can continue.
No, and I know why you're saying what you're saying, but I'm saying to you that the reason why it would be foolhardy is because I'm then now going to question that person. Do you know what sovereignty actually means? Do you know what the idea of somebody else telling you what's going on actually means? Or are you just taking it from what I've just presented to you, which is what a lot of people have done?
So where's the sovereignty then? Explain the sovereignty to me. What from what I just gathered, where I just get to control what I do, I make the rules for my country and for my people. You tell me how it's different.
So if you now are being told that, do you understand what rules your country would have put into place? Do you understand why those rules from Europe have superseded the rules that would have come from your country? Because what a lot of people didn't realize is that as far as legally is concerned, Europe deals a lot more with human rights than Britain does.
All right.
So a lot of those laws that were coming centrally from Europe overrid some of the local laws here, and they were actually better for people because they were more striving towards human rights.
Okay.
Me as an ignorant voter now is talking about all this sovereignty, and you know, we get to make our own ruls. I don't even know what rules we wanted to make.
Good example of that would be workplace rules. Like the UK will probably work more than anyone else in Europe. They probably have work more hours than most of the people in Europe. They probably have the worst
conditions.
They probably have the pension. I mean, not pensions. The
holidays,
redundancies, holidays. All of this stuff is probably worse than most of the rest of Europe.
I don't know about that.
You'd be surprised, though.
I would be surprised. Maybe you remember you're saying Europe. It's a bunch of countries.
Yeah,
not just some part.
A lot of Europe don't work like the UK work, bro.
Yeah, but not.
And America. Those are the two that seem to be just work. Shout out Rihanna. But yeah.
I think, to your point, your question, Simple Simon, they do know what they're voting for. They want to stop the freedom of movement. That was it. It was a one issue vote.
Yeah, but that freedom of movement
didn't stop.
Well, it has stopped.
But they're still complaining about it.
Yeah, because it stopped from Europe. Because he didn't stop it coming from Africa. He didn't stop it coming from Asia.
No, but again, the freedom of movement thing was that they've seen it as very one-dimensional. It also impacted our ability as
the freedom of movement.
Yeah.
But how many people did that affect? You say but how many? Remember after Brexit, how many businesses got destroyed almost because of the fact that they thought that voting for this, I'm voting for that. It's gonna stop Tomas from coming in my country. But then you also now can't sell nothing to Tomas's country either.
Okay. Your point was we're talking about rules and sovereignty and all
That's
that
his
stuff.
point.
Yeah. Do we know what we're voting for? And I'm saying yes. They don't want people to come into this country legally from everywhere. That's what they voted for. They didn't know what they were voting for. When you tell them that, it only means Europe, the percentage of people coming from Europe might be this percentage, and the people coming from elsewhere is another percentage, and Brexit doesn't stop that by itself. It maybe there are other rules that you can implement that maybe you couldn't implement before because of the EU, but now you can. that might slow things down, but doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do that because we actually like immigration, but we're not going to take it out on the low. That's one part. Then on top of that, if people can't come in from Europe, then you necessarily can't just leave straight, easy measy as well. But in terms of that, what percentage of this country want to go and live elsewhere?
A lot.
But it's not a lot. It's a tiny.
If they can afford it.
Can I finish? No, then I'm talking about.
You said want. That was the question you said.
I'll go into it, and it's not. And even then, it's still not a lot. But even okay, all right. The people in this country that if they could afford to right now, stop everybody with your money. Mm-hmm. You're going to live in Spain or Italy. It's going to be one of these, or Greece or wherever. It's going to be these places. And these I'm talking native. What do you call it? Ethnic. Anglo-ethnic people.
Yep.
So I'm not talking Greeks saying like, I'm going back home and Italian, I'm going back home. All right? It's going to be a small percentage.
It won't be as much as you think it is, bro.
I said it's going to be a small percentage. It's going to be less than 5%. This is people that can afford to that are going. That's what I'm saying.
If they could afford to.
Yeah.
If the whole of UK could afford.
No, this is my point because people can't afford to. So you can talk all you want, but if you can't
But you just said want before, that's why.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in real terms. You, Joe Bloggs, that earns 35k and your wife earns 20k and you have 2 kids and you just about to get by, you're not going to live in Italy. You're not going to live.
That's not what you said. You said who wants.
Yeah, fine. And then I said, and then when you said the thingy, I included the thing in the context of people that can afford to. So please, can we stick with that instead of keep going back to what I said in the first place, where you misunderstood what I was getting at. Nothing wrong with you misunderstanding.
I misunderstood. That's what you said.
That's what I said. But then when you said such and such, I included the caveat of no people that can afford to. So let's leave it with that. The people that can afford to move, I don't think it's more than 5%. You could argue that point, and that's fine. I can take it. You say it's 10, 20, it's 30, but it's not a lot. I don't think it's 40 or 50%.
I think if they could, they'll move, bro.
But then they can. But
when you say they can,
before Brexit, they could have. And they weren't.
Do they know that they can?
Before Brexit,
no. When I say when they can, because there's people that can, and there's people that can do it comfortably.
No,
I would.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm gonna go as far as to say that you've taken the freedom of movement thing to the extent where you're talking about people moving to go and live.
Yeah,
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about it on a very basic level. Just going to the EU on holiday became a problem after Brexit. It's
not a problem.
It did. How many people had passport problems with it?
But it's not a big deal. Everybody can go where they want to go. Nobody's stopping you from going. A British person is not being stopped from going to Rome, from going to
they're not being stopped. But there's a newer level of friction.
But
now.
you can go. That's not.
But at the beginning, people wouldn't know what they could do, so they were going to airports and getting turned away.
Who was getting?
Yes, it happened.
Okay.
It happened.
For me,
then there was the thing about the expiry date on your passport.
Yeah,
like you would have 9 months left on it, but you couldn't travel on the passport to certain EU countries because it needed to be X amount of time left on the passport. Like all of that, there was a lot of friction from that.
But friction, and for me, if somebody said you have all these problems and you're still going to stop people coming in the country the way they wanted it, none of them would have a problem.
But they didn't have that. They weren't told that. That's the point. And then they were told that there was the other thing. We were going to save 150 million on something. They were
on the NHS.
Driving around on buses.
350 million a week or so.
Yeah. So these are things that they were told.
What we have to do is
it's bullshit, man.
I'm not arguing with you that they were lied to. I'm not arguing that people weren't fully up on. Same as me. I don't know everything. Or I learned after whether I voted in or out or didn't vote at all. I learned all the stuff after when things were happening. It's like, oh, you can't do this, or this can change, or this is not changed. So, for instance, a lot of the rules of Europe, we want to change this and that. It's like, okay, fine, but then you cannot trade now with Europe because we do this, and if you don't do that with us, then you have to set up a whole bunch of new rules with every country individually. And then if you're doing that individually, you're paying off the yin yang. So like, we can't afford to do that. Exactly. So,
yeah, but so you
just have to stick with the rules that we're doing anyways.
So, but we've gone back to so if we go full circle back to the beginning, the beginning point here was people not knowing what colonialism means, and then people not understanding the ramifications of the decisions they were making. And I said that was foolhardy. You said it wasn't. I'm saying you now just proved basically that people didn't understand what they were getting themselves into.
You said foolhardy after I said it's not stupid to say I'm voting because I want to secure the borders. If that's what you're voting for, I don't see that as stupid.
But they don't realize that that's what they're voting for.
That's completely, but that's a different. But this is my point. Once we solidify one thing, because I don't mind you saying you don't know what you're voting for. I never argued with you there.
Yeah.
But when you're saying that, but what you thought you were voting for was that a stupid thing, then because then what you're saying is that you didn't understand. And for me to say people didn't understand, I'm just telling you, me personally, and I would probably chuck you two in the bucket unless you're going to argue with me that you didn't know all the ramifications of Brexit. I didn't know. And I was up on this kind of stuff. I did not know. When this happened and it's, you can't do this. When this happened, you can't do that. When this happened, you can't change the rules. It's like, I'm learning. I didn't know.
I didn't know all of it, but I knew what I affected
I'm not
me.
there reading the whole EU thing. These things are
100%. I didn't do all of that reading of the thing, but you couldn't say to me Brexit was a good idea, and I agree with you.
That's fine.
And the majority of people, not saying majority, many people, now that voted Brexit, if you ask them, they'll say, I wish I never did it.
There are apparently, because I know they do these polls where they go around asking people, and it's like, I believe, so maybe I'm wrong, but I believe the majority, as in over 51% of people that voted for Brexit said they regret it. So to your end, if I'm right, most Brexiteers now regret voting for Brexit.
Okay, right.
But like you said a bit earlier on, it's not an accident if you could see it coming.
In that regards, yeah.
So it's a foolhardy decision.
And with that, I think we should put a pin on that particular conversation.
Right.
Did you hear couple tragedies? There's been wildfire outbreaks in Spain.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I just saw it on the news today. Wildfire outbreaks in Spain. Obviously, you know how it goes. The bush catches the light. But there's a whole bunch of, quite a few people that have died, and they're all British. All British immigrants that have gone and moved and lived to live in Spain.
I'm not saying anything.
And holiday makers. So this area that's gone up, most of the people that have died there have been British.
Maybe because they're not used to it. So.
Then also, in the news again, I just caught a little bit of news before I left the house today. Moroccan fans fighting in Edgware Road.
Yeah.
They mash up the place.
With who? Each other.
I don't know who they're fighting with, but it's over the whole French game. So they're fighting and mashing up the place over there. Also, Portobello Road, Notting Hill, them sides there, someone was stabbed. Again, it's all kind of related to
one of my
this World Cup
best friends. They go to Edgware Road.
Yeah,
they were going there to watch the games.
Yeah,
with their people. Them. So
they're Moroccan.
Yes.
So
when we went to Morocco, I remember them talking about.
So a lot of weird shit's going on. So I just had to throw that in the newscast.
Right, well, rest in peace to all those that died in the fire, and we want peace, not war, for the fires.
I want to remember what I was going to ask last week.
Go on then.
About expression oozing.
Yeah, go on then. Because
so expressions. We need to talk about Michael Wood.
If you want, I'll put it there because my wife, for some reason, seemed to be happy about it, but I'm not. I'll just put it there.
Well, let's say it anyway. So Michael Wood was is a BAFTA-winning actor in the UK. He was in Top Boy. He was one of the main characters in Top Boy. In 2023, he was accused of sexual assault and 2 counts of rape, on 2 counts of sexual assault on a young lady in a car outside a nightclub in Stratford. He has been basically blackballed kind of so far. His PR company dropped him. His agents dropped him. Yada, yada, yada. You know, the same thing. Shout out to, what's that guy in America? The one that was Kang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jonathan
Majors, because it almost mirrors what happened with him. I don't know what roles he had, but I'm assuming we haven't seen him since in anything. So I'm assuming those roles have gone missing. Right. But anyway, so he's had his trial for the past couple of weeks. For I think 3 weeks, his trial's been going on, and he's been found not guilty of all charges. So I don't know what's going to happen going forward. I don't know if his career is going to continue or his career is finished now because he's been accused. No idea. Going by the evidence that I've heard, it didn't sound like she was going to win. From the evidence I had, I was like, it was one of those times I actually think that you're not going to win. Or not even just like, one of those things where it sounds techie, this, that, and other. It just sounded like...
Most women don't win.
Yeah. But this one was just... The way that she was behaving on the stand didn't help either, because they were asking her questions and the way she was answering it was just like, doesn't make any sense. Even to the point where the judge, the judge is not supposed to get involved, was like, well, what you're just saying, because I think I mentioned it last week.
You have mentioned all this.
Yeah, so I think there's stuff like that. So I think at some point, his lawyer was just good and he was asked the right questions. Their lawyer I don't know about. And eventually, anyway, he's been found not guilty of both charges.
Or he's just innocent. And she was fluffing it because she was lying.
Yeah, that too.
Not to say that, whatever, but anyway, he's been found innocent.
Listen,
I would ask the question then to because I guess I'm indifferent to the thing, but do you think his career will snap back to anywhere near where it could have been?
No.
Does it ever? That's the thing.
I'm trying to think of who's happened to. Because in sports, you can get back and continue playing sports. Because sports people will be like, if you're going to help us win, then we'll pay you.
Forgive you.
But then also
in entertainment and acting,
also you still end up in the margins. So even with sports, so yes, some people will take you up. You will get jobs, but you end up in the margins.
No.
Okay, go on.
Oh, look at Ronaldo. I think you forget how many actual sports people have been accused of rape and had got to court and all this stuff.
Which Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
R9.
R9 Ronaldo. No, not R9. This Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo,
yeah.
Well, he had rape cases.
Neymar had something, innit?
Neymar had one too.
But he had a video.
Yeah.
Ronaldo
was accused of rape. Do you not remember this?
No.
Everyone, see how he's just forgotten.
Yeah, I didn't.
Ronaldo was accused of rape. I think he even went to jail. I think he even went to court for it.
I think athletes have a lot easier because whether it's athletics or team sport, or boxing or it doesn't matter.
American football players, they all get it, man.
If you're good enough, then it's like come back.
Yeah.
If you're been found innocent, I'm gonna stick with the innocent part.
Yeah.
The guilty part, I don't want to go down that road. But if you've been found innocent, there's sports people will be like, come back, just come home. Look at even Partey. Partey is going through it now. He's still playing for his national team.
Kimi.
And
Morocco, he was accused. He's been accused. Playing right now for the World Cup.
So, but entertainers and actors, singers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Singers, I think even then, because you can carry on making your music and put it out, and some people will buy it.
Yeah,
I think it's more to maybe actors. Because actors is like you can just make your own thing, but not to it's like somebody needs to pay me, somebody needs to bring me and put me on something. And if I was like, I just don't, I like you as a person, I'm cool with you, whether it's the director or producer or the head of but you're toxic now. Unfortunately, you radiate green. And I don't want to put you in the team because I don't want you bringing your toxicity to the rest of the team, even though you're innocent.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if he'll be able to snap back. I hope so, but
nah, not a young black boy, man. I just don't think he's gonna get. He might get roles and stuff like that, but it's almost like similar to what's his face, just the one that did
Noel Clark.
But Noel Clark, I understand why he hasn't pingy because he would. The way he was portraying himself didn't help.
Yeah. And he's the worst example, stroke best example, because he facilitated his own stuff. He wasn't even the type of person that was going to everybody else and he directed and funded a bunch of his own stuff.
Yeah.
So if he can get cancelled, he's not even the one that, give me money, please. He was writing, directing and everything. And it still is like, bro, we're not going to put the 20% or the 50% or the 70% that you need to.
Yeah.
Wiley, like as a going back to the entertainment thing,
give it back.
He came back. I know it's different. It's a different kind of thing, but obviously it's mirroring. Cancelable offences. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in the acting world,
and he hasn't come back, by the way.
I think in the acting world, your colour has more of a multiplier on whether or not you're going to be able to spring back. Because I'm going to guess that there's going to be a bunch of white actors who have had cases and they've still done films.
Apart from, I think the biggest time that any of this would have been a big thing was the Me Too movement. I think anytime around that time, most of those actors probably came back again.
Yeah, I think wasn't Robert Downey Jr.
He was more alcoholism and maybe another stuff, drugs. I don't remember
somebody
him.
else.
I don't remember him doing any rapes.
There was somebody that was again accused of sexual assault of some description.
There's loads of actors that are accused of sexual assault,
but I'm saying that they sprung back like as much as it didn't. We weren't saying what we're saying about Michael Ward about them, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I think I would not to say that. For me, there's always a default level of if you're black and living in the Western world, there's a difference between you and everybody else. whatever it is, like a benchmark of 5 or 10% or whatever it is. But outside of that, which is almost like it's not worth mentioning because it's there for everything. I don't know if sexual abuse is just like, you Caucasian come back in the field, you black stay over there because you're different.
Okay, I've got like a list.
Go on.
Well, you got Woody Allen.
Yeah, okay. But
he did what he did and he carried on his career, carried on as normal.
Okay.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill Cosby, he was extradited, but that was after a while. Weinstein, obviously, Dustin Hoffman, I didn't even know about.
What's Dustin Hoffman did?
I don't know, but
he was just in the film recently.
He was accused, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was just in the film recently.
Kevin Spacey, he was kind of cancelled.
He's been cancelled.
But that was the Me Too era, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he was cancelled.
Brett Ratner.
I don't even know who that one is.
He's a successful filmmaker. I think I don't remember him being cancelled. Bill O'Reilly.
The politician. Oh, no, the
TV show.
The Fox News dude. Yeah, he got cancelled.
Did he?
Yeah. What show has he got now?
Casey Affleck. He won an Oscar after they did the thing that he did.
So that's a long time ago then. He's Oscar, he won it a while back.
But it happened after the Oscar happened after the accusation.
You're talking about Americans because I would argue that American the people that are big in America is different because we're looking at Michael Ward. He was at the beginning part of his career. Some of these people you're mentioning, like some of them have been in the game decades.
I'm just saying
not necessarily Casey Affleck, but the first person you mentioned, man, has been in the game for so long since I was a wee nipper.
Kirk Douglas, Roman Polanski, Errol Flynn, Bryan Singer, Woody Allen.
I think
Bryan Singer, what happened to him?
Bryan Singer got cancelled, didn't he? He did like a paedophile thing. There's
Bryan Singer is not cancelled.
Is he not? I thought they had a whole cancellation, but he had like a whole paedophile documentaries on it. This time the other he was part of. He's one is terrible. Have you not seen it?
No.
You need to read up about Bryan Singer. You should never support that guy.
I don't support any of these people.
I'm just saying.
Support, these people are doing their thing, making their money. Support. They ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm worrying about me and mine. But as far as I know, Bryan Singer's still. Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of the other one. Who's the one that was doing DC before this new one?
No idea.
Yeah, it's not him.
The Snyder.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Snyder.
Bryan Singer did X-Men. He was the one that was doing X-Men.
Yeah, I know that, but
he did Superman as well at some point.
I was thinking of Snyder. Sorry, my bad.
So here's a joke. I mean, this is an IMDb list, yeah?
The same list I'm looking at.
And out of that list, there's only 10 people on this list. And out of the 10 people, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got 48 on my list.
5. Okay, so they split 5-5. Okay, cool, fair enough.
Do the Amanda Hasselhoff that they had from a while back, and then
it's not Amanda Hasselhoff.
Whatever it was.
Okay.
Or did you want him in there as well?
No, that's fine. So the question was: is this about expressions oozing? So anybody that knows expressions,
that's what it is.
What?
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
I don't understand what.
Just carry on.
So expressions, anyway. So anyone that knows about expressions is a content creator. He's in the UK. He has a stream where he talks on television about it's usually about football. I don't know if you know any other streams that he does or whatever. But anyway, the reason why I'm mentioning him is because I believe expressions is living the life I actually want to live.
Okay.
And I wanted to know if there's anyone else that you see outside that is living the life that you want to live. The reason why I mention this is because he gets to basically watch football.
Yeah.
He gets to basically discuss football, make money watching football. Not only football, the club that he loves. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's got a season ticket. I don't know if he's got that because of the thing or does it get extra?
I think he had one.
Maybe he had one before, but I'm sure he's getting extra perks because of what he does potentially.
What you'll find is he often doesn't go to games.
Because he's watching it.
Because if I go to the game and I record it on my phone, it's less of money I can make than if I sit at home and watch it and record myself.
But okay, I get that. But I was saying he might have more like ins with them, right?
Yeah.
To be able to do more things. Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
He also is obsessed with wrestling as well, so he loves wrestling.
Yeah.
And he goes to all the wrestling events, and I see him talking to all the wrestlers and this, that, and the other. The other day, I saw expressions as a manager for one of the wrestlers in TNA. He's actually part of the show now, doing the management. I see where because he got hit with a guitar, as you know that they normally do as part of the thing. Yeah. And you see him have a sling and having the neck brace and doing all the thing. He dressed like Slick from Power and Glory, the manager Slick.
I can't remember.
He wears a suit and he wears a hat or whatever. Right. And I see him doing it. I was thinking, this man's living my dream, bro. This man is actually living my dreams.
So you'd have done that. You'd have been
I
the
would
manager.
love to be a manager in wrestling. I would love to be involved.
Love it. I
would love to, because it looks like it's just like and the guy that he's doing it for is actually he used to be an American football player. His name is Top Dollar. He was in WWE, but now he's in TNA. And the guy's an Arsenal fan as well, so it's even funny that I'm assuming that's how the battle started going back and forth between them, because he's actually quite known now in America. Because I know Ocho Cinco knows him as well, and talks about it quite often. Because Ocho Cinco, I believe, might be an Arsenal support as well, but he watches his videos because of the rants that he does.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, I was thinking, this is watching football, make your money watching football. Go into be a wrestling man. I want to live that life.
You could do that. You don't. You choose not to. You choose to stay out of the public light, where he does the exact opposite. You are just as charismatic. The only thing I won't give you that he has, you are as charismatic as him. You are as flamboyant as him, if you can be. You are as knowledgeable as him. The one thing I won't give you that he has is he's so fast. His brain works like, no, he must have pre-written this. But there are things that I've seen, because I see him. He does multiple different shows, and I watch him across different platforms. And you realize that, no, this happened on the fly because this just happened there, and he said this thing. But this is like, it was written. Shout out us. So that's the one thing that I know my brother is fast. He's got a quick mind. But this dude, he's supernatural with his speed. In terms of, it's like he's one of those ones where whatever he would have done, put his mind to.
He's a walking segue.
He's so fast. He's so fast.
He's very good.
So I've said it from early. You listeners, you heard me say it. If these mans wanted to do a football podcast, because this one could be a bit risque, but if they put their minds to doing a football one, because remember I've been on this football content for a long time, and I was telling you, man, bro, these people are making money. And what is it? I've told you from before. These mans are enjoying talking about making money, talking about something that they enjoy. When we're sitting here talking about X, Y, Z, Simple Simon will bring something to the table that I don't want to talk about. Wahala will bring something to the table that Simple Simon don't want to talk about. I'm going to bring something to the table that Wahala don't want to. But if you're just talking about football, you're just enjoying yourself talking about football. And then as you say, you got to go to the games, you got to watch the games, all this stuff. You've decided not to. I said, I'm not knowledgeable on football. I'm not a football person. You guys could have gone off and done your own football podcast. You've got all the equipment here. You could do it. You don't want to do it. No problem. There are people that I'm listening to.
But that's not the question that I'm saying. I asked you, who's living the life that you would like to live? I didn't ask you to assess my life. That's not what I asked you. I said, who have you looked at and been like, you're doing the life that I would like to live?
I don't have that. I have somebody that... okay, you know what? Two people. But it's not necessarily saying they live the life.
No, I'm saying I'm just putting. Yeah.
One of them is that American football player, the Olsi. He's an American football player, the Nigerian one. He was born in the UK, grew up in Nigeria, then started playing America, then went to college or whatever in America, and now he's finished his American football career after winning 2 championships, and he's a pundit for American football in the UK. He lives in the UK now, bring it with his family, and he's having kids. He's somebody that I don't usually look up to people, but in some regards, sometimes it's like the way he talks, the way he thinks, is like, he reminds me of like if I was a more polished version of myself or a more accomplished person, I'd be like this person. So my wife even says like, look at you got like a crush on this dude. That's one, and then the second one would be Idris Elba.
That's done everything.
Because I see myself as the type of person that can do a little bit of everything. And Idris Elba is the one that he's done martial arts now. He's done DJing, acting, rapping. What's it when you're modeling, ambassador for this and that. Even good causes as well. So not just an ambassador for watches and stuff like that, which is again something I like. He's a watch collector. So because I see myself as an everyman, and he's somebody that does things, it seems like at a decent level. He does a lot of things at a decent level. I say, yeah, I would. So Idris Elba.
Idris is the one that's living your life.
If I was going to be a celebrity and be like, you could do all these things, I'd be like, yeah, let me to be Idris.
Okay, what about you, Simple Sam?
Never thought about it. I don't really have anybody in
There's
mind.
no one that you look at and be like, cha, he's doing what I would like to do.
Yeah, I've never looked at it like that before though.
No.
Wow. Okay, what would you like to do?
I don't want to do none.
I just want to be rich. I'm happy doing this, making money.
Well, Idris is that too?
Yeah, this is my point. So that's when I look at it. It's like, yeah, Idris, he seemed like a nice dude, Man that grew up around the way, and he's successful doing the type of things that I would have done anyway. If you told me, like when I was rolling street with Web Singer and doing these acting courses, and somebody pulled me like, "Oh, do you want to play extra in this thing?" I would have done it. And then I'm standing beside him while he's DJ, because it would have been like the final polished version of Web Singer.
Maybe, yeah, you're right.
The model, the dancer, the actor, the DJ, the musician, the event thing, which he does as well. So I would have. So the polished version of that, I've been around those kind of things my whole entire adult life.
Renaissance man.
Yeah, but I've never gone full in on anything, and I've had people on the inside say, if you wanted to, you could do this. Why don't you? Like business, I don't think I could, but there's things that's like I probably could if I was more about that life, and I'm not. So
interesting. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh man, he's living my life, bruv. I was properly proud of him. I was like, because I know he loves wrestling. I'm thinking,
yeah.
That's what you do, isn't it? You get to the point where you're actually on the show. It's not one of the biggest shows, not one of the smallest ones though either. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're on television doing what you love.
I pick up all them mans,
and I love it.
I pick up all them mans because I'm talking about the football content creator ones, because they're all making money now.
All of them are mashing. What's the other guy? What's his name again? KSI.
Yeah, but he
started off.
Well, he was playing games,
but he was playing FIFA.
Okay,
football content. He now owns part of a football club, Redbridge and Dagenham.
He's just a different kettle of fish.
He's left his people now, isn't it?
They're not. Yeah, he's left the sidemen now. But he's just he is on a different level. I'm not even comparing him to the rest of them.
He's done boxing. He's done music. He's done like he's gone, man.
What you find is that
he's got a lot of people that sorry to cut you. He's got a lot of people that are probably saying what I'm saying right now about him.
Yeah. But to the end where it's like I feel now with modern society, with the opportunities afforded to you that weren't around necessarily 30, 40 years ago, people that do get on be like, they have this horizon where it's like, but I can do what I want now. So I made money playing games and I'm popular now because I'm playing games. So let me bring my mans on. Now we have a personality where it's like, well, we don't just have to play games. We can do next stuff. And then it's like, oh, I've got all this money and I'm going to box. I like boxing. Let me box. And I can buy my way into boxing and use my personality. And then it's like, let me just make a drink brand with this next dude that boxes and now I'm gonna make millions of selling just this drink.
Sugar water.
You get me? I did what 50 Cent did. 50 Cent's another one. I started rapping. Now I'm a producer, actor, and he made his big money off selling sugar water. That was what pushed him over the edge. It's like, oh, I've got all this money now. What can I do with it? It's just unlike other people. He actually invested his money. He's somebody that is like he made money. A lot of rappers he made money and lost it.
He didn't actually invest it. He didn't use any money. They asked him to be an ambassador or to the thing, and he said, "Give it to me in stocks as well as the payment." So I think they paid him, and then they gave the rest of it in stocks.
And then what did he do with the stocks?
Well, he pushed the value of the brand up.
The brand was already.
No, you misunderstood what I said. I said he made money. Some other rappers made money. He made more money than others because of that. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm not disputing.
And then I said he invested his money. I'm saying rappers.
I thought you meant he invested it in the water.
No, once he had the money,
he invested it in himself.
He did other stuff. Whereas a lot of rappers don't do other things. Like people talk about Rick Ross. Why has he got this house? Because he just does all these other businesses. Yeah, the money he makes from rapping is peanuts now compared to what he's doing. That's why you see a lot of these senior rappers. I'm going to call them senior rappers. Well, they'll be doing stuff with alcohol or with the hair dye or with selling chicken, whatever it is. It's like I can make more money doing the George Foreman grill than being a boxer. You get me? It's like let me just do a business. I've got the money to invest into a business.
Shaq is crazy on that. He's got bare businesses in bare different sectors. His thing, I was looking at a list and it was like there was about 40 different businesses.
I still love the Federer one.
Roger Federer.
Unrunning, yeah, I love that one.
Sorry.
So Federer's part ownership of Unrunning, even though it's a very small percentage
of who?
Unrunning.
Oh, who's Federer as in the rapper?
No, Federer. Roger Federer.
Roger Federer. Okay, yeah, and he helped to promote it in the beginning.
Yeah, and just took his percentage. I think it was even like 3 or 4%. It wasn't massive, but he made like 100 and something million of it.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. There you go.
Snoop's got a whole bunch of shit as well.
Snoop is just he's the whole
absolutely taking the piss.
But I think more sports people need to pay attention to what Roger Federer did. I think that you need to start thinking outside of the box. A bit like even like Lonzo Ball's dad did, where he tried to make the shoe. Some of these things, they may seem like they're crazy, but some of them will hit, bruv.
Yeah, of course.
If you're that popular, you are the brand.
Yeah.
I know Serena tried it. I think she tried it with Nike, where she had her own like Nike range or whatever. I don't think it worked, but she does have a woman's range as well. But she's got bare investment. She's worth stupid money as well. But Federer's a billionaire now.
Make your money, man. But these are people that had money to start.
Yeah, they had money, and
so that's the thing. They're just flipping it. Some people are just happy just playing the sport, like you say, playing the sport. I love making enough money that I can travel the world and live happily. I don't. Some people are not looking to be multi like 100. I don't need 100 million.
As I said, the shout expressions are probably not even getting paid that much to do it. Even might not even been getting paid at all. But he's enjoying life, and I like to see people that's enjoying their life.
Good on these guys.
Shout out expressions, yeah, and yes, good on all of them still.
All right,
in their lane. Because the sidemen lot, I think Nico was in there as well, isn't it?
I have no idea who any of these
Nico, Nigeria.
If any sidemen walk past me right now, I would not know who they are.
I watch a lot of Nico's content because I like what he's doing as well.
I don't watch any of their content, including KSI.
Yeah, I've not watched any KSI content, but I've seen Nico.
I don't.
Because he does low production, low budget things like not quite pop the balloon, but it's like guess the Nigerian, and you'll have 3-5 people come up.
I've seen that, but I don't know who. Even if you told me the guy in my face, I still wouldn't know who he is.
Okay. Guess what country this person is from. They say something in their language and you have to figure it out. Guess what country this person's from.
Seen a couple
they bring their food.
They
bring their food and you got to taste the food and then figure out where they're from.
It's not something I'm gonna like. It's not repeat viewing. I'll see a little bit of
me and our daughter. That's our little what do you call it thing?
You're good, man. I don't watch anything with my daughter.
That's our thing. That and the reason why I'm alright watching it with her is because as much as they are doing some goofy stuff, like all their goofy personalities, a lot of especially Nico stuff, NDL, very, very educational. He's low key doing like it's almost Pan-Africanism. It was in disguise, but in front of you, if that makes sense. Hidden in plain sight.
Is he a black?
Yes, he's half Nigerian
and half what?
I think either English or something.
Okay, all right, so mixed race brother.
Are we ending this podcast now?
Yeah.
Thank God. I'm sweating, bruv. It's so hot in this place.
All right.
Lee. Shout out Mirko Marino.
Yes.
Did it again.
He did it again.
Is that the football player?
Yeah.
Of the
88th minute.
Yep.
So Morocco?
No, Spain.
You don't know Mirko Marino, the one that plays for Arsenal that comes and scores goals all the time.
It's not Mirko
Marino.
Mikel.
It's Mikel.
I call him Mirko.
So what's it? Mirko. So who was Spain playing?
Belgium,
yeah.
Oh, so you wanted Spain to be Belgium?
I didn't have a care about it, but I want my boy to score if he's scoring. If anyone's going to score, I let my boy score it. Because I keep telling everybody that's their best striker. And he comes...
he's so good. If he anyway, that's a whole other conversation that we go down.
Anyway,
right. I didn't even do my intro, but let's do our church notes and our goodbyes. Start off with a simple Simon.
I watched one film quickly this week. That was a subtitled movie called The Furious.
Oh yes,
isn't it?
I need to watch it.
What is it?
It's
The Raid.
Yes. Well, not quite.
It's not The Raid, but
yeah,
it's that kind of flex in it.
Some of the actors. Is it a Netflix one? Yeah, I think it is a Netflix one. Some of the.
I don't think so.
No, maybe it might not be. I'm not sure. It was in the cloud. Some of the actors.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, in this show.
Some of the actors in there were from The Raid. Yeah. It's martial arts that.
I just say The Raid because it's that flex.
Yeah.
The Furious.
It's called The Furious. Yeah.
I saw the trailer. It's better than most films I've seen in the last few years.
The film is cold.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, the film is cold.
I'll have a look then.
And
it looked bad.
If you like martial arts and you like action, it's definitely good. The choreography in this thing is good. I used to be a bit of a martial arts aficionado before, so I could be able to tell what style you were using and whatever. This film in the beginning confused me because I was like, what styles are they using? And then when I went to go and read up about it, I realized why. It's because
you sound like one shout. What style do you use?
What is that? So you've got? Do you know any other styles? Basically, they were using a combination of styles, and then each actor was doing a different style. So, and then I could spot some of them, but I couldn't understand the rest of the film. Was good, man. Watch the film. You get a chance to watch the film.
Furious.
The Furious, yeah. It's a film out this year, so that's good. There's also another martial arts film out, Ip Man Legacy.
Okay.
So that came out. Obviously, they're really milking the Ip Man story. But yeah, that one's all right as well.
Same actor?
No, different actor.
Okay.
This one's different, yeah. But yeah, it's good. That was all right as well. What else has there been? So did I tell you about a film called Is?
Oh, we didn't even talk about the American thing. That's what I wanted to talk
Is
about.
God Is?
I don't know if you mentioned it.
Yeah.
But you can mention it now.
Yeah, there's a film called Is God Is. It's a black movie.
Is it in theatre or is it on? Because I don't know if it's coming out in the cinema.
I don't think it came out in the cinema. Again,
because it's a black, we need to support that.
Yeah, you need to support it. That one came out of the clouds. Bootsy Riley has another film out called I Love the Boosters.
Yeah, is that good?
Kiki Palmer's in that one. I found it entertaining, but it's a Boots Riley movie. So if you know Boots Riley movies, you know that there's always some wild spin to come off the back of it.
Strange film. What the It's God Is that good? You didn't mention if it's good or bad.
It's God Is. Yes, I did enjoy that one. Nice bit of storytelling.
All right.
Nice bit of storytelling. I'm trying not to spoil it. It's about a set of twins against all black movies and whatever. So it's all good.
Yeah. God.
It's a difficult watch. So trigger warning. Yeah.
All right. What's this one? Watching the trailer for The Furious?
No. You know when people do stupidness online, but it's somebody showing a woman that's doing look at the exercises that she's doing.
All right.
And somebody said women are now training to snatch the cover off.
Okay, and then what else is there? Moana hit the cinemas this today actually, but I haven't actually much seen it. The live action.
I haven't watched the check out it was. I ain't ready to go.
Yeah, again, that was me and our daughter that was our thing. Moana.
Yeah,
we used to watch that over and over again.
Most of that.
Yeah, so apparently the live action version is literally just a live action version of that original film, like scene for scene.
The Rock is making money twice, bruv.
Yeah, like scene for scene is the same.
People were angry at him for doing it, actually.
Yeah, so that should be a good shout.
Yeah, don't be angry.
They said you should get a younger actor the opportunity or something.
He did with the girl. The girl is a younger actor.
No, it's his own role. Like.
His role. No. Get out of there. What do you mean?
Exactly. Shut up there. I'll do my thing first.
Go on in.
To be honest, it's just a question that I forgot to ask during normal time, but because I don't want it to be too late in terms of split time dependent. If you were Falaro Balogo and he's the striker for America, he got a red card in a game, and then President Trump called the head of FIFA, and then the red card was postponed so that he could play the next game because he would have been able to play the game. If you were either the American team or that player, what would you have done?
If I was the American team, I wouldn't have played him.
All right. But would you have said, I'm not playing him for? Or it's just like, oh, we just not going to play him?
I would have said that I'm not playing him for
the reasons. Okay. And Simple Simon?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have played him.
So you would have stood on ground, potentially, like, taking into account he scored the most for your team, he's the best player on the team. So it's actually making a difference. It's
the reason why I wouldn't have played him is because I don't know if it's inadvertently, unintentionally, or what have you, Trump made him a target by doing that, and I wouldn't want to further facilitate that.
So it's nothing to do with morals?
Well, morally, it's not right, but at the same time, in extension of that, you've also made the man a target. So I would.
Yeah, I've heard that bit. I'm asking about the moral part. Is it got anything to do with morals?
Yeah, well, it's, ethically, I don't think it's right.
In the end, even if they won, everything would just be tainted now because of that situation.
Precisely.
So I just wouldn't do it. I'll be like, this is the rules. Even though the red card shouldn't have been a red card, I agree completely. The red card shouldn't be red. The man fell. He jumped up. He fell down. He dropped on somebody's leg. He did it. It wasn't a red card offense to me. So
it's for, if you want to go back to that, then I would say if that's a red card offence, then Messi's one was a red card offence as well.
Messi's one was a blatant red card offence, and they didn't give him. They didn't give him nothing.
They didn't even give him a yellow card. So if that's the case, then we shouldn't see him.
There's a lot of corruption going on in this World Cup.
Corruption.
So now, if you were the player, you were just the player.
I don't know if I got the opportunity to say.
If the manager's, if because you can say I'm not going to play.
I don't think. I don't think I would do that because that would then stop me from being able to play properly again. If they're not going to hold anything against me by not playing, I want to play. But if they're going to hold something against me,
they're not going to hold
play.
anything against me.
Then I want to play.
All right. So you're saying you wouldn't play, and
I wouldn't play either. Probably not.
Right. I don't think I'd play if I was a player. I think I'd be like, nah, for the good of the whole team.
Yeah,
and for football, like I don't want to be the one that has a spot on me. It's like, hold on, so every 4 years there's a corruption somewhere, and this year is on you. I'll be like,
see,
not on me.
Everyone,
and he's originally Nigerian.
Not me, rapper.
Everyone likes to talk bad about Arsenal, but Arsenal did a whole replay of a game that they didn't have to replay because we scored a goal that they thought was incorrect. Because basically, somebody had kicked the ball out to help an injured player. When the ball came back in, I think it was actually a Nigerian as well. Maybe the African that's got. It might be Kadu. Yeah,
I think. But this is how long ago this is.
Basically,
plugging it up.
Yeah, somebody's threw the ball in instead of throwing it back to the play. Usually, just so you know, if somebody gets injured, somebody kicks the ball out of play because of the injured player. The moral code or the way that, what do they call it? When
ethical sportsmanship.
Unwritten rule is that you throw the ball back to the team that kicked it out on purpose, so they continue to have the ball. Arsenal at this point in time threw the ball not back to them but back to their player, and then we just went and scored. And the other player was like, "What's the problem? What's the issue?" type thing.
Well, who was the manager at the time?
Wenger.
Taking into account, people say Wenger was the type of manager where he said,
"I didn't see."
Wenger had morals about him, and he had an ethos that was bigger than just winning and losing. Blatantly, I've heard players, even Henry said basically, there's a part of him, he never cusses him, but you can kind of hear underline. It's like when he talks about, who was the other one that managed him at Barcelona? What's his name again?
Pep Guardiola.
Pep. Like Pep was like, I want to win. Yeah. He's like, Wenger is more about, I want you to be great. And it's like, even if it means that we might not win this game or this season, like if it means I have to play you for 5 games for you to become great, and we're going to lose those 5 games, I'll play for those 5 games. And Henry was almost like, as much as he loves it, like that person, like, is the purity for him was so good. It's like, but there are things that they could have won more, basically, if the man was more cutthroat, and he's not. He was about purity and about the good for the game. So he gets his left. We made a mistake.
We'll play the whole game again.
We spoiled the beautiful game. Sorry, we'll replay the game. But he's the type of person to let people play, where it's like anybody else would have got rid of this player, anybody else would have done this, or everybody else would have bought this kind of. And it's like, no, for the good of the game, for the good of the game. But that's gone out the window. Then you have Mourinho come and be like, for the good of the game. Are you mad? Are you mad? I'm about winning, bruv.
Score again. Who would have told him score again?
But I think I'm a romantic. I'm a Wenger person, I think. And it's just, you don't have people in Wenger in power because the people above them would be like, what are you doing? So it doesn't come across often, but it seems like Arsenal kind of have that in their DNA. So I know Arteta's is not Wenger in that regards, but Arsenal do have this thing in their DNA where it's like the game it's in the game. There's a purity that comes with Arsenal that most people
it's a classy club,
that people that play for Arsenal and the people that
come from other clubs
are not biased, they be like, there is a something about Arsenal where it's like, yeah.
But anyway, as I said, those are the type of things like I'm from that era, so I would have not played the game.
All right, that's the son of Wenger. All right, so that's my thing. I don't have a Stavros says, but catch me at Stavros Boss on most of socials. Big Wahala, what's your things there?
I have nothing.
All right then.
Crazy. I haven't done any. I haven't watched any films. Anything. Nothing.
Okay.
Right. Oh no, did I watch something last Friday that I came to? What came out last week? I don't think anything even came out last week.
Something must have come out.
They did. So, it was Minions versus Monsters.
Nah, I didn't watch anything last week. The Invite, I watched that already.
Yeah,
I came and spoke about that already. Okay, cool. Nothing for me then.
Have you seen the trailer for Dune 3? The new one?
No. I haven't seen the trailer. I don't watch trailers, but I'm waiting for that film. That was one of the reasons why I bought my annual pass.
I don't even like Dune 1 or 2 really. Can't you remember it?
Some people is like Dune 2 is like one of the best films of the past 10 years. I haven't watched Dune 2 because I kept falling asleep during Dune 1, so I need to go watch both of them. But I'll wait until Dune 3 comes out.
Today, when the trilogy is going to happen, I don't know if I'm going to take out a whole day to watch them back to back. It's going to be a hard slog because they're like 2 hours long each. But
he's talking about Dune 3 and Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, because they're coming out on the same day.
It's a lot of work.
Unless somebody changes their mind, somebody backs out. Because Dune has all the IMAX screens in it.
I don't care about Dune. I watch Avengers. I watch Dune whenever.
But there are a lot of people that care about Dune.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't. For me, it's not a big deal. I watch Avengers. That's the big deal.
I didn't because my uncle used to bang on about Dune all the time because he read the books from a long time ago.
People love this book,
and he was saying that if you just get into the whole nitty gritty of it, it's mad. And then I actually watched the first Dune because there used to be there was another Dune movie and another Dune TV series or whatever. Obviously, they couldn't do it justice.
Yeah.
I watched the first Dune film. I was like, nah, this is wicked.
The Dune TV show wasn't that bad. There's a new one.
I didn't know about that.
Dune Legacy.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the first movie and I'm like, shit, this is up there. And then I'm thinking,
oh, you haven't seen 2?
I've seen 2 as well.
And Timothy Chalamet.
But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, they've taken some stuff from Star Wars, and then I realized that Dune was before Star Wars. And I'm like, okay, so Star Wars took some of the stuff from Dune, and it's good, man. It's good. I like lore.
Okay.
I murdered everyone, women, children. I murdered them all.
Bastards. Oh, God. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Shout out to those of you listening, tuning in, and sending in the things. Hashtag ESN Pod. Start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on all the socials. ESNpodcast@gmail.com to send in the things. Thanks for rating and reviewing us on your various formats. On that note, I'm going to let my brother say what my brother should say.
Remember, if you are not saying anything, say it well.
Slag for life.
Stove God cooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN Podcast.